Have this. Welcome, everybody. Yes, everyone come online. What's up, Sarah?
How you doing?
Look at that glow. It's like there's a light behind you. This is gonna be so much fun. Hey, what's up?
Oh, I've got Rebecca with me. Rebecca Jane is my sister-in-law.
Hey.
Rebecca
Peace.
Yeah, Rebecca
Latchman,
sorry.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. What's going on, Vaughn? What's going on, boys? Woo! Everybody's here. This is awesome. Are we waiting for anyone? We're gonna a couple more people coming on here. I'm just gonna keep the chat up here. If you guys feel the need to mute your video, you can do that. If you feel the need to unmute your microphones, do that. Otherwise, keep them muted. If you guys do need to interrupt me at all, then just go for it. Just go for it and just say, Bobby, what's up? What's going on? And you can absolutely interrupt me. Just remember that everyone else is going to be like, what are you doing? Just kidding. But if you do want to type some things into the chat, I'm going to use the chat as well. Man, this is so cool to see everybody's here. Look at this. Now we're on to page 2 of people here. Guys, I'm so freaking blessed and absolutely so honored to be sitting here with all of you guys and helping you guys move forward in your guys' business. I know that we all started with an Enagic machine and a dream, and here we are today now looking into a weird form of spirituality to help give us that secret edge. I know that there's a group of us already in here that have already sat in this chair and already had this session done with me that can attest to say, absolutely, yes, this is very, very strange. And it's absolutely very, very powerful. Who's unmuted? Leanne and Adam, let's mute you guys. Make sure that you're not there. That's all good. I got you guys muted. And yeah, guys, this is a really weird thing that I found. For those of you guys who don't know, Balaj is a friend of mine since we were small kids and like high school. And I basically followed him and I followed him into Enagic. And he kind of introduced me to this thing. He said, you know what? Numerology is a thing. Crazy secret ingredient. And I've got someone else muted. Saywood, you're getting muted. All right, so he was like, this is a secret ingredient. This is a powerful thing inside of here. You definitely got to take a look at this. And I did. And I basically looked into it. Blew my mind. Absolutely just ripped apart everything that I thought I knew about myself and about time and about existence. And it just laid out my entire life as if it knew me. And I was just stunned. And it took me down a journey to learn how to speak this language to help give you guys the value in this so that you can move through and move forward inside of your business. I know you guys have taken a look at this. Where is it? I'm just going to pull it up. Look at that sexy group of people. Oh, yeah. I know you guys took a look at this and be like, Bobby, this looks like a crazy bunch of rainbows. What's going on? I want to know what this is. How come there's so many reds? Reds usually aren't where we want to be. And yeah, actually, guys, look at that. There's a lot of people with names that are not working, okay? There's a lot of people with names that are not working. I was going to try to look at aligning your full names, but there's no point because your full name at birth, whether you align it or not, that was what you were born as. So when I take you guys through our session and our time together, we get a chance to see where you started and what that stood for. This is your starting round. Same with your birthday. There's no changing this. Like, that's it. You get one of these. But then you can call yourself something fun on Facebook, right? Nicole doesn't use her full name. Neither does Lillian. So there are ways to actually put your name together. Same thing with Rebecca. She doesn't use her full name. So there's a very powerful way to put your name together on Facebook and then also for your business. And when we're taking a look at a business name, this is a really, really, really critical piece of the puzzle because your clients are going to see this. The people that you guys are going to want to enlist in your teams and enlist in your families and create a business and an enterprise and an organization around are going to see this before they see anything else. They're going to see this name. And then under that, they're going to see a post or a video or some sort of sponsored ad. But before they even get to that point, they're seeing the next thing on their news feed, which shows a name. Now, what I'm about to do with you guys here is going to be a neuro-linguistic program. This is the essential version of what this actually is an NLP. This is actually something I'm going to be speaking into the fabric of your reality that should help program you into the way that success should be or should look. I've noticed that a lot of people with a lot of very strong power end up losing it somewhere along the way. How many people out there can totally attest to that feeling of like, man, like I know I like, actually, let's see this one. This one's a really perfect example, Rebecca. Like, she's got a good name up front. She got a powerful birthday. And then she's got a really good, or like a good shot at a name, like a not a bad look. This is a good name, Rebecca Jane. But then our pursuit to freedom just takes it completely down. So we're looking at this being like, man, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she got to do. There's absolutely power inside of her. But then right at the last minute, our pursuit to freedom is like a dice roll. And that can be the make or break of your online exposure. If you were to walk down the street and someone, was like dirty and they looked like they walked out of a hole and they got like flies on them, you're going to automatically associate that, and you're going to be able to, probably want to look the other way, or probably not be around the person for so long. If that person starts opening their mouth and they're like, government this, and I hate everyone, and give me money and stupid booze, you're going to be like, wow, okay, so true to their colors. As opposed to the feeling of someone who has a really nice open energy, they're nicely clean and nicely cut. How about what happens when you look at someone and they don't match their appearance? Where they look good, they look great. First look, wow, so hot, that person, so great. And then they open their mouth. And then suddenly it's like, and you're like, whoa, you're so ugly. And that for me was one of the most horrible things ever, was to see someone so ugly or so beautiful speak so ugly. I see that happen. I'm like, that is a waste. That's a crime. It's a crime against God. The feeling of I'm not working towards the way I want to go. But unfortunately, like they look good, but they just don't actually like act good. So that's kind of the story from where this thing starts, which is what is right here, to where it basically ends. Now, what this isn't, guys, is a personal session. In a personal session, this is what it looks like. Just gonna quickly just let's go somewhere into the beginning half of 2018, and this is what it looks like. You got a name, you've got a middle name, or if you do, and then you've got a last name, and then you've got a birthday. So there's a power inside what this thing looks like to help you guys move forward in your life. This is the name you were born in. And then some of these guys, like Danella, she's got a name she was married into. So same with you guys. Some of you guys actually have a name you were married into. And then we've got a vibration that we use with the birthday and everything. This is not that session. As you can see, we've got something completely different planned. What I wanted to do for you guys was take the last few moments of 2018, while the energy was still hot, while the energy was still focused around the feeling of you guys finding the right partnership with yourselves, finding the right leadership and mentorship and coaching within a group or like within me, within a service, and to make a relationship, make a connection, and land some of this stuff before 2019 kicks off. So what we're gonna go extensively through this, but just wanted to let you guys know, 2019 is gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you get caught working too hard or trying to push something too much further than it could be a very difficult time for you. The focus of 2019 will be social, enjoyable, creative, non-business. What? We're trying to make money here. Absolutely. I can hear it. I can appreciate that. The reality is that when you have fun, the money, it's like playing with a water hose. The success and the money is just like balloon fight, and everyone's like, throwing money at each other, and there's like money confetti everywhere. That's what fun looks like when we're focused as entrepreneurs. We're not sitting there trying to figure out, we're What do I say on that ad? Like, who do I target to make sure that's not going to happen? The joy that you guys follow through in your lives is what is going to make this. You want a really powerful omen. I'm just going to quickly pull up. Where is it? See if I can pull this up. 2020 is going to be the year for 2020 is going to be the year for business. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly maybe just take this person's stuff out. These are the numbers in the charts. Basically, what all of the letters in a name will look like. I'm going to go through these with you guys, but this is a cycle. Okay, this is what happens in 9 years. We're currently in a 3 or a 2 year right now, okay? So we are basically right here in a seeding year where things are still getting started. Next year, they're just having fun coming up out of the ground saying, I'm alive, I've got life, I've got enjoyability, I've got something happening inside of me. This is going to be the focus. 2020 this is actually a little off. I'm just going to quickly fix this. So what we have here is something that looks like this. So 2019 is going to be, let's fix that as well. And let's just align this to make sure that it's all there. I'm just going to delete ours because we don't need to be here. Me and Sally, we already fell in love. Okay, so 2018 was a 2 year. 2019 is a 3 year. 2020, this is going to be the year where things get crazy. So we're going to be able to capitalize on the fun before you guys really get into the strong structure and the hard work. Now, I know that a lot of people are already experiencing 4s in their lives. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to go into what numbers mean. There are going to be people who are like, you know what? No way. I'm totally going to be serious this year. I'm absolutely going to create a lot of wealth this year. I'm absolutely going to make sure that I do everything right, that I take out all the stops, that I figure out the right ads, that I actually invest in my education. And I do, because you personally have your own birth year. You have personally your own schedule. The earth has one, the common denominator. You guys are your own special, unique, one of a kind. There's nobody just like you guys. I see people who are similar, but everyone has their own expression. It's funny when I see my chart and it's like in someone who's like, let's say, like a female who's like 30, 40 years older than me, 30 years older than me. And I'm like, I have the same chart. It's nice to see what I look like or what my energy looks like in another form. There are only 9 numbers, guys. It's not like we're dealing with 16 billion different things. But you notice how 9 numbers can come up and actually create a composition that's this unique? Like all of these numbers have their own unique ability to them. So what I really want to do is take some time to honor all of you guys so much for coming with me along this journey. I'm going to provide a recording of this. You guys are going to be able to take notes to this. You guys are going to learn from each other from this. You guys are also going to get a choice to align to the way that you guys want to align to. So when we look at the most important piece of this whole thing, in my opinion, other than you guys, this is where we get a chance to look, where are you going into your future? As a rule, a quick little like rule of thumb, these letter options are ones that you guys are going to be able to choose. And we're going to go through those in depth as well. I just wanted to quickly introduce them to you. The green ones, they're going to be nice and easy. They're going to look like starter kits. They're going to be the end zone for some people. These are the numbers that help get you started and kick you into gear. The blue ones, the light blue ones, they're looking a little bit more long-term. These guys are a little bit more serious. They're a little bit more quiet and perhaps maybe a bit more industrious, whereas the other sides feel like a bit more social. The green, a bit more fun, let's do stuff, let's figure things out. So those are going to be places for you guys to choose letters. You notice how some of you guys don't have every single option, okay? Like you don't just, unless this is the easy way, unless you want to go in and actually put a new word, put 2 letters, these are your options. If you're like, Bobby, this isn't enough, you're going to have to come to see me and we're going to definitely give you a name, but it's going to cost you at least another letter or another actual word, another composition, like Michelle Coleman, like L. Coleman. In order for her to line this up, she's going to have to take a B, a K, or a T instead of an L, okay? If she wants to keep the L, she's going to add an A, a J, or an S. I didn't put that in there because I'm like, she's going to put LS or JL or AL, right? Like, I want to keep things the way that I usually do them, low hanging fruit. There's no harm in getting started with a name. We are not changing our names legally here, guys. This is for Facebook and your business name. There may come a point for some of you guys that hold names that are in the black that may want to take these are really, I'm not even sure if, Jody still has one if you're still using it today. Alex, most likely, you still have one too because you're still using your last name. You guys may change them one day for marriage or if it's for numerology. Absolutely, I would love to guide you in that. But we're not, all of these red ones, some of you guys don't hold these anymore because you got married, don't carry the name anymore. But for those of you who do, and if your birth name or the name you hold legally isn't working, we can talk about a legal name change later. That's not what's going to happen today. Today, we're just going to go safe so that, what happens in 6 months? You hit 4A, you hit 5A, you hit 6A. You may be in a different space. Someone like, let's say Mark goes like Mark W. Blackburn, okay? Just for an example. Or let's say Mark G. Blackburn, one of my top picks. Mark goes Mark G. Blackburn. This thing's going to get him started, and he's going to run. He already has a lot of passion for movement, clearly. So when he takes this vibration for business, there could be an upgrade that happens to take him into a place where suddenly he's like, you know what? The game has changed. In 6 months, now my focus is how do I get my team off the ground? How do I get my organization to take action on themselves? You may want to be switching to a DM or a V later on. Actually, that's a bad example because the DM or V is actually specific to the laptop lifestyler Mark Blackburn. So we'll talk about the difference between these when we get there. But you guys have a choice to change the trajectory of the way your business looks. So I'm going to keep this up for the most part of this because I know that you guys are going to have a lot of questions. We're definitely going to get through and into them. But what I wanted to let you know is how to read this. So the first things that we're going to take a look at, the most important ones, is how you guys are facing, okay? If this name shows up in red, there is going to be a red or pink initial. I tried doing red here, but I thought it was a little hard on the eyes against the purple. So I was like, you know what? Let's just make it pink. Let's just make it easy. And so if you got a red name, you're going to be able to choose a red or pink initial to balance this red name out. If you've got a green name, it's actually not a bad name. There could still be something you could use to mix it up. So I've written those out in green. If you've got a blue name, because some of you guys are using a different name for your business page, Mark, Nicole, Jody, everyone with the blue is using a different name for their business page. You guys have an initial in blue that we'll be able to use against this one. So we're going to be able to go through all of this in time as well as privately. So you guys get a chance to actually take a look. For all of my clients who are in here, I hope you guys get a chance to see your team in numbers. It would be really nice if you guys did not contribute just because you guys already had your private time in the sun with me. You guys are here as cheerleaders. You guys are here as audience members. You guys are here to actually see the power of what a team looks like. I hope that you guys are envisioning this happening inside of your business. I can only, if Sarah and Vaughn knew what I know, I would be wearing diapers. I'd be peeing my pants right now. The thing is that they took a switch last year. Look what happened. They were already absolutely dynamic and powerful people. I'm not going to take away from that. But looking back now at what happened next to all of these names, it makes me feel absolutely honored to think that I get a chance to do this. I get a chance to be the one to share this with you guys. You guys do me a huge honor and such a huge blessing. It is an honor and a blessing to serve you guys in business and in life. And that's something I love to say because that's what we're really doing. This is not a game. Even though it looks really cool, right? I'm pretty impressed. No big deal. I know how to use spreadsheets. But the reality is that I was like, how do I color code this so that I can understand it? So really, when I'm looking at these columns, the ones that look really rainbow, those are more for me so I can really quickly read the number. They're going to correspond to what number it is. The actual like red, black, yellow, this is going to be critical for you guys. This is the one that you guys need to be paying attention to. If you've got a red number in there, it ain't working. It's not going to help you. You're going to be dealing with a limiting belief and a block. And I asked you guys a pretty specific question. So what's going on? Like, what's the biggest thing that you're dealing with that you'd like to acknowledge, or like around that idea? Did anyone get a tone to think that there was a lot of inner work, self-worth, fear of being seen, feel of worthiness? Nobody wants to listen to me. I don't know what to say. I'm not targeting the right people. Can't get past the slump. All of this information came in to think that we're dealing with stuff that everybody's dealing with. And I did that more for you guys so that you guys could really understand where the tone is and what's going on. And when I looked at this, I was like, dang, there's a lot of red. And we're going to turn all of this into alignment. Some of you guys are going to take this and do nothing with it. Please don't be those people. You bought a business. You guys got involved in something so really powerful. Do not let this thing go to waste. I promise you guys, this will change your life. This has changed my life. And I know that there are a few people in here who can say the same thing. It is my honor to give this to you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you guys to the number options we have. I'm going to take some examples. I'm going to be able to introduce you guys to what you guys are dealing with. We're also going to take a look a little bit at the life path, and we're going to do this in order. I hope to get this down in 90 minutes, but just in case I need to go over, and a few of you guys are unable to stay, just let me know that you guys are on a time limit, and I promise we will not go over 2 hours, but in case I go over 90 minutes, I do apologize, but there will be a recording for you guys, okay? So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to mute.
Bobby, can we just get Verity to mute?
Yep, I'm just going to mute Verity here. And any questions at all, guys, or anybody? I'm just going to quickly catch up on the chat here. Excuse my shower towel head. Where? Nah, just kidding. Okay, cool. So, hey, Katrina, what's up? 9/11 and black scares me. Me too, Janine. That's like, whoa. Okay, so absolutely. I wanted to get something that was scary. And red just doesn't quite do it. Like, we're all in debt, so it's like, oh, whatever. Who cares? I love reds. Roses are red. But the reality is 9 is like, whoa, okay, man. Like let's absolutely make sure we take a look at that. Hey, Bobby, just so you know, my Facebook name is Jody Nicole, not Jody Davis. This makes me want to adjust it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some adjustments right now. I'm going to put this back up just to make sure that I have it. And I also want to make sure that I get this. So what I'll do is I'm going to first get my chart up here. And if you guys need to make any adjustments, or if you saw any in there, we've got Jody Davis. And you're saying here that my Facebook name is Jody Nicole. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly put Nicole. And then I'm also going to redo that. But it's still Dream Lifestyle with Jody. So let's take a quick peek. I'm going to measure the name Jody Nicole. See, what I do here is I actually take an app. Sorry, iPhone users, you should have picked an Android. One thing I liked about Australia, you guys all have Samsungs. So I was like, yes, that's what's up. That's what's up, Samsungs. So it's an app for Samsung. It's called Chaldean Numerology. So in case any of you guys are super keen and be like, whoa, I want to know how he's doing this. I'm basically taking a calculator. It's an app called Chaldean Numerology, and it's a calculator that basically counts the vowels and the consonants separately, and then it adds them together. There are some bugs with the app. For one, it doesn't count capitalized vowels. So unless you plan on learning how to speak in numerology, which is something I do teach, pay attention to that, all lowercase whenever you're reading it out. But I basically take her name and I'm just gonna quickly adjust this. So Jody Nicole is actually different than this one, and so we're gonna have a completely different vibe that actually takes you into a very powerful space. And this one here, we're gonna just move it to a green name. And so when I take a look at the chart here, I had red, so I'm gonna delete this, I'm gonna delete this one. And the only thing that you could take against Jody Nicole would be a GP or a Y, and then this one's gonna be like this. See, now this purple side of the chart, this is called mastery. This is where things get spiritual. So in case a few of you guys are like, I don't really get in with that, like with that spiritual stuff, you may be kind of looking more at one of the earlier numbers. There's no shame in however you guys want to make money. But the reality is that if you pick something that's outside of your comfort zone, you may be experiencing what I call an alignment symptom, okay? Or like this is this period of time where you switch gears. And the faster you're going, the harder it is to switch a gear. What I love doing is finding the finer nuances between just slightly adjusting it so that one person's laziness can now be that person's meditativeness, or one person's loud obnoxiousness can be their passion. Or maybe someone is super anal, they can be very meticulous, and now they can just be detail oriented. So we can subtly take what's been pain in the ass and now turn it into a nice booty. And that way it actually looks good and it feels good. And that feeling is there inside of success. So what we really want to do is to really actually pursue that. So we'll talk about that. Okay, cool. I'm just going to take a quick peek inside of here. And I want to take a look. Was there anybody else that had in there? So, hey, Bobby, my business and Facebook name are the same. Ellie Keeler? I don't know how you said it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly adjust it. So it's Ellie Kyler or Keeler or whatever it is. So you're not using May, okay? So it's like this. So it's going to be another 224, and in which case it's going to be a yellow. And you know what? Yellow's not bad. I definitely like the color, but the reality is that you may still want to change it. So we'll talk about that when we get there, okay? Cool. Any questions at all so far, guys? Anybody want to pop in and introduce themselves or say something really quickly? Just so I get the tone right. You guys can interrupt me at any time. I'm just going to quickly also take a look at the chat to make sure we're all caught up. Okay, thanks, Verity, for muting. No questions, freaking awesome. Absolutely. Yes, I want spiritual deep. Absolutely, Deb. Cool. I also read tarot, but I can't see any extra letters for me in purple. Lillian, let's take a look. What I want to do is I want to take a look at Lillian's chart. And yeah, your name is purple. So her name already speaks of mastery. So when you have a vibration like this, you can, did I read that right? Was that from you? Where was it? I also read tarot. I can't see any extras letters for me in purple. No, they're there. Look at this. Take a look. I know it's going to get confusing. I appreciate you guys' patience. So Lillian comes in with a name that's naturally 898. This is a very powerful vibe, okay? Very, very strong and super serious. Much more than just the one that shows up here with just, you said it shows up like this, yeah? But it was Lillian with one L. So Lillian, Subpoena, is not as powerful as Lillian with two L's. That's tough. That mistake cost us a lot. A lot. That's a very powerful mistake there. Nice thing that your business is running like this. We'll take a look and see. Your purple letters you have a choice of will either be a G, P, or Y for Lillian, or a D, M, or a V for Lily. But either one of them are actually going to work for you, no problem. So we've got some options for you there, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at you guys, and we're basically going to do this one at a time. And I wonder if there's a way that I can keep my chat on while I share my screen. I wonder if that's a thing. Let me just see here. Yay, there it is. Cool. That's a good looking bunch. Hey, Karen. What does it mean if there's nothing in purple for me? Michelle C. Coleman. Let's take a quick peek. It means here that if you want to go into the spiritual, if you want to go into a little bit more of the long term, that we're looking at something other than a single letter. These are adjustments. So these are options. These are outfits. We're at the spiritual numerology mall where we're getting a chance to go in and pick out an outfit that's going to look super sexy and super smart on you dudes. Wait, super sexy on the ladies and smart on the dudes. But the feeling is that you guys are going to have something that's actually going to work, that's going to help you. So when we show up with a name like, let's say Michelle L. Coleman, I want to just take a look and see, what about Michelle Coleman? There should be something else there you could use that I want to take a look at. So I'm going to start off with Michelle Coleman and 494. So the first one you could take would move you into a 426. The other, see how everyone's got like 6 letters or more? If you took the other 2 letters, D, M, or V, it would be like a suicide. So we're not going to do that. Absolutely. If you want to get into the higher levels of numbers, let's say Michelle, let's take a look. 5 I would probably imagine you probably want to be somewhere around here. You could take like a B and then like a, what is it? No, bad example. A and C. Michelle A.C. Coleman. Okay, so if that were to be the way, it would look like this. Michelle A.C. Coleman. That number would be very, very powerful for you, or she would be right here. Same kind of feel. I'm a little concerned with all my red and only a red U. Can't wait till you come to me. Alex, absolutely. No worries. I would be, if that was me as well. Mine was like red, 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 red. But I was hiding a very large, powerful amount of spirituality that got a chance to unlock because I basically put there on there. Lucy, you were actually added right now. So you just got in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some time and we're just going to quickly put you in there. So Lucy, if you don't mind, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get the name that you were born with. Okay, what was the name that was on your birth certificate? I can see your birthday here is the 23rd of October, 1971. So then I take this number and I put, actually, let's do it like this so that I don't mess it up. We're just going to go October. I'm writing them like this for a reason because these are the 3 minors in your life, okay? So it looks like here it's a 1 for October, a 5 for the 23rd, and then 1971 should be a 9. This equals out to a 6. It's a good life path, okay? So we've got a life path 6. Oh, let's do it like this, and let's do it like this. I thought I'd get pretty fast at this by the time. But the name that you were born with, Lucia Carrero, that was it, no middle name. So we go Lucia Carrero, okay? Carrero. And what I'm going to do, if there was a middle name, let me know right away. And feel free to follow along if you guys have an app and you guys want to download it, and it looks kind of like this. So, oh wait, can you even see me? Not sure if you can or not. It looks kind of like this. It's just a small little app. And you basically dial in a name. Let's go Sarah. And it shows up Sarah. And then it gives you the amount of vowels and the amount of letters and the amount of things in there. So super cool. Oh, Ellie, I'm so sorry to see that. Sending so much love and prayers to your brother. I hope that he's okay. You're absolutely going to definitely enjoy the replay, okay? Take care and much, much safety to you and your family right now. That's just super sad. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Lucia Carrero, and we're going to take a look at what this actually looks like. So as a vibration, it's 393, and that's actually troublesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look, and we're going to do this, and I'm going to put in a color in here that says red. It's not a good number to have, and you were born this way, okay? So you can't change this, and that's fine. Doesn't matter. We're not looking to change that. We're looking to change this. Now, Lucy Mendez, this is the way you show up inside of the, where is it? Lucy Carrero Menzies. So it's now shows up like this, Carrero Menzies. So when I do this vibration, I'm just going to take a look and see what this one says. So now we have Lucy Carrero, and then Menzies. I guess this is your married last name. See, this is a 371. Now, what about your vibration for, oh, hold on. Sorry. I forgot to share. What about your vibration for business? Can we get a name that you're using for your business name, Lucy? Do you have a name that you're using for business? If you're having a name that you've got for your business page, let me know. Otherwise, let me know which name you're using. But your names here need to be aligned as well, okay? Absolutely. Your brother is going to be completely just fine. Everything will absolutely sort out, Ellie. I appreciate that. What about Lucy here? Can I, no middle name, thank you. How about a business name? Lucy, do you have a business name that you were born with? We're just going to also take a 3, and I'm going to align it so I know what your name path is. See, I've color-coded this so that I know where all my life name paths are. And if you don't mind, I'll grab your business name whenever you're ready, Lucy, and then you can just write it in the chat. So let's start training you guys a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to introduce you guys to earn what you are worth with Lucy through this business. Is that what it is? Like, earn what you are worth with Lucy through this business. If that's what you're using for your business page and this shows up as a name, or is like, can you put it in quotation marks? Because it looks like it could just be, oh yes, okay, earn what you are worth with Lucy. Okay, so we're just gonna go like this, and I'll absolutely take this part out. So what we're gonna do is and this is a big thing. Don't do it, guys. I hope that none of you guys have ordered t-shirts and cups and mugs yet. But when you take a look at what your business page looks like, there's a reason why Balaj doesn't advertise GPM. There's a reason why Sarah advertises Sarah and Avon, or whatever it was that you guys did. But you guys advertise yourselves as a name, not your cool little like lifestyle change with the Laptop Lifestyler, a blessed life with, dream lifestyle with. Don't do it. I mean, there are people who are going to say yes or no. This training comes from the guys up top who created Gaz, and I was like, makes sense. I'm still going to allow or align a name in case you want to, and you're like, no, Bobby, I have to have it. That's who I am. I'm the Laptop Lifestyler, Mark Blackburn. So, okay, if that's the case, then you got an initial O, D, M, or V that you can add to it. That's going to help you use that name. I would still recommend that you actually use just an actual name, just because people who see a word or a sentence on Facebook, easier to unlike that, unfollow it. Why am I seeing this ad? Stop seeing ads like this. They're going to negatively respond to it because of the neuro-linguistic program that they're seeing on Facebook. They want to see someone's name. They want to see an actual post by a person, not someone's business. I wouldn't introduce myself as a business. I would introduce myself as Bobby. And so I would then unleash business once I've started a conversation. But the very beginning of me, you're going to get my name. And that's why a lot of people are like, so what do you do? It's like solution artistry. There's also like spiritual diagnostics. I haven't found a wealth manifesto. I haven't found the right word yet because I'm still growing. But I understand who I am, and that's where I'm basically taking that. But I'm going to definitely put my thumbs up on some of these names if they come up. The only ones that came up powerful, Alicia B. Wilkins, Lillian Sapina, Nick L. Nathan. These guys are in the green or in the purple. They're actually pretty good. So if they don't, and also Catherine Patterson, if you guys don't change it, you're not out too far out, okay? But there are things that you can do that we can definitely look at, especially when we see things like this, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do earn what you are worth with Lucy. And I'm just going to quickly take a look here. Nope, doesn't work. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that when I show you what's going on. So when I take a look at numbers, let's take a look. So when we take a look at these numbers that are in 3 digits, vowels, consonants, and the total. 7 plus 4 equals 11. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 11 plus 1 equals 3. 5 plus 8 equals 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 9 plus 1 equals 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. That's how these 3 digits look, okay? So when I'm looking at a number like this, there are 2 that work for business, that work for life. They end in 6 and they end in 8. Some of them end in 4. They'll work, but who came here to work? We came here to be free. We came here to actually build a business. We came here to do something powerful. Am I getting interrupted? Nope. Okay, cool. If I am, let me know. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly run through this. Okay, so I had Lucy Menzies original, but had silly people commenting that I had to block. I understand that. Absolutely. Welcome to being good looking. But the reality is that we have some powerful abilities to level you guys off here that are going to absolutely work with you. Then let's look at the number 1. You guys are looking at your own numbers here, okay? I would absolutely pay attention to that. Like, let's look just one more time, okay? There are like how many numbers inside of a chart? Chances are you have some of them somewhere. So if I say something and you're like, hey, that sounds like me, but I don't have that number in the chart, it's because we're not looking at the individual names that we're dealing with, the stuff that you're here to learn on this planet, the things that you've came here to, that you've mastered, the things that you use, the way that we're only actually looking at the way that your business looks. Is it aligned for business? And who are you? So when I take a look at this, you notice how life path 3, 9, 7, 5, 7, 11, 6, 4, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 8, 5, 4, 7. Well, I was like, wait a second. There are no life path 1s in here. There are no life path 1s in here. There are no life path 2s in here. I see some 3s, then I see 4s, then I see 5. We've got 6s, 7s. I have some 8s, 9s, and then we have an 11, and that's it. You guys are missing life path 1s and life path 2s. Very anomalistic to think that that would be a missing. Janine helps us a little bit. Cecilia, is that the way it was? Janine, I know you had mentioned it earlier that we had only missed 1 L. I'm pretty sure this is how it was, but if Cecilia can confirm, what value would Michelle A.C. Coleman be? Would that be powerful? Absolutely would be powerful. We can continue the power going if you actually want to, but this one would absolutely get you started. And seeing as you're a life path 5, if I can give you a number with a 5 in it, I would be super blessed. As well as a number 3, 2019 is a 3-year. You're going to be like, girls, buddy, this is awesome. And then at the same time, 8, money. So we're combining all of these concepts in there. So I'm going to quickly just give you a rundown on these numbers because so what? There's no life path 1 in our chart. 1, 1, 1. I have a name path 1 here. Okay, we've got 1s in your names, 1s here. People are born in October. They're born on the 1st. So we have, or the 10th, okay? So we have 1s present in your chart, but just because I call this out and say, okay, number 1s, you guys are the leaders. Sorry, no life path 1s in here. You're all going to be like, what are you talking about? I actually express leadership in a different way. And just because the 1 doesn't show up in your life path doesn't mean that. But when we're talking about 1s, like Amy, Bobby is a 1. The name Bobby shows up as 1 as well. The vibration shows up as independent. I got to go up to my own. I'm going to do what I got to do. Like someone here like Mark has a 1 on the inside. This can be tough because the 1 on the inside, Lucy as well. We're thinking about what we want to do for ourselves. Nick Nathan, we're thinking about what's important for us, but then we get caught helping someone else. Poor Janine. Absolutely not wants to do what's right for herself, but cannot help but look to the universe and say, I'm going to help everybody. That can be a very difficult thing to run. So I can appreciate the frustration that happens when we see a number like that. Same thing with another one like Lucy or our pursuit to freedom. The 1 is going to be inappropriately balanced. The 1 in a negative, guys, lack of sense of self, inability to see your own sense of worth, unable to connect with others or lead other people, let alone lead yourself. The negative 1 can be a difficult place. If you see it in the red, it's afflicting you. Now we go to the 2, partnership, connection. I do my best work in with others. See, the problem here is that, let's say Karen and Nicole, they have 2s there. That works, right? That's good, right? It sacrifices the self for the other. doesn't matter what you want anymore as long as the other person's happy. On the positive side, oh man, what do you need? Don't worry, I got a girl. Hey Nicole, what are you doing? Oh great, glad to interrupt you. Do you mind coming over? I need you for a quick something. Oh, I was just in the middle of something. I know, but do you mind? Ah, shit, it's Bobby. Okay, yeah, sure, no worries. And just drops what she's doing to come and see me. Like that can be a little problematic for people. I ran underneath that for a very long. I'm a life path too, so for me that's like welcome to my life. Oh, my sense of self is going to be, did they say good things about me? Did anyone ask about me? I mean, even now when I'm in my business, imagine the feeling I get to help you guys. And when people go like, oh my God, Bobby's so amazing, changed my world and life. It's like, oh my God, I'm so happy, everything. Yeah, Bobby, thank you. I'm just sitting there being like, see, I'm not a total fuck up in life. People like me. And that's how I approach my own self-worth and value. It's a very dangerous game. But the reality is that on the positive side, super diplomatic, very lovely people to connect with, supreme conversationalists. They're there for you. They're good friends to keep around. They're people you want to keep around you, especially like Ellie Mae McLaughlin. This is like runs to your aid. She'll take care of someone before she takes care of someone else. Like absolutely the way that looks. So twos, every number has a positive and a negative. Okay, guys? How about three? These are the sweethearts, the lovelies, the ones who want to go out and treat themselves. Maybe they have a healthy spending habit or unhealthy spending habit. They like the drinks a little bit too much, or maybe they like to party a little bit too much. Maybe they have bad eating habits. They just want to feel good right now. The threes in your chart are working for charm. Luckily, like you can't make this stuff up. The three that's about to hit inside of the 2019, Lillian, this is your year, Karen, Ellie. This is your, how about Nicole, Mark, Alicia, Regina, Lucia, anybody who shows up in orange on the first half of this 2019 will be naturally like aligned towards your magnetism. So it's like, I'm like, guys, 2019 is going to be fun. Nicole's like, ha, see, told you. I'm going to have fun this year. I'm going to have so much fun this year. Oh my God. And it's like that feeling is there to think that you guys are going to capitalize on that magnetism energy. What happens at a party? You guys are like, we're all drunk. We're all like, oh, I'm going to tell you about my business. Man, I really like you. We should work together. Totally, dude. I'll call you later, man, when we're totally sober. And we make these supreme big like business decisions while we're falling in love with the person because of their charisma and their charm. The threes, you guys don't want to get older either. You guys have a lot of threes in here. So there's a lot of childlike energy inside of this group. There's a lot of like, oh, this is fun. And, oh, I want to have a good time. And what are people going to think of me? On the negative side of the three, people pleasing, like capital of the world. These people will just swipe whatever's on their table to go and make someone else feel good, to go and help and heal someone else, or to go and like, oh no, it's okay, baby, don't cry. Here, take the shirt off my back. Here, take my last $5, whatever it is. I'm going to put myself in harm so that you can be okay. Even if it puts myself in harm, that's not going to last very long. You may look good. You may look really great, but it could be causing you a lot of stress and turmoil underneath that. Let's see if I can pick someone out. Let's see if I can take a look and see. Like, let's say a vision like Jody's chart, okay? So she's got a life path 7, which can be kind of quiet and deep a little bit. That feeling can think, you know what, I'm a bit more intuitive. Whereas the 3 showing up in the first part of her life shows up as like, I just want everybody to feel good. So she may not communicate what's truly going on within her. When it comes to her, she's pressed the mute button. But when it comes to everyone else, it's like, oh, no worries. Let me help you here. What about Janine? Ah, wow. Same thing again. Want to sacrifice for others on an extremely spiritual level, and then also wants to make sure everyone else is doing good. How about Nicole? This one's got it tough. This is all love. Oh, here, no worries. Oh, the 6, we're going to get into that. Okay, so the 3s are all about love. This is an entry point into love. 4, now this shows some serious promise. This is the entry point into wealth. This is where structure, discipline, stability, regime, the thing that happens every single day, this is where that number starts to take over. So you get a chance now to actually see these April babies, born on the 4th. Maybe they've got a 4 in their year somewhere. Who are the names? We've got Michelle Louise Coleman, Aaron Driver, Ellie. These guys are like, what? Spirituality, what? They're going to be a little bit more of the practical nature, okay? That feeling of, give it to me real. Don't talk to you this high in the pie sky idea stuff. I want to like talk like real numbers with you here, okay? So, and then Amy, if Amy's here, wow, that's an incredible name. Probably a little bit more problematic than you'd like it to. That logical side in you guys, I can't do this. This isn't for people like me. I need to work really hard to make something or get things happen. Or like can get really stubborn. Sally's a life path 4. Bless her sweet, hot little soul. But the reality is that when she gets mad, I'm like, gotta go. And that because she just gets stone cold and she's like, I don't care. I'm gone. And she's like, just checked out, and she's just like completely like blank. And that feeling is like you don't want to see her angry. These 4s, when you get them to the wrong side, they get really irritated and roll their eyes and be like, man, it's not that hard. Just show up and do the back office training. Like, what the hell? Like, just put out the ad. They leave you steps for everything. The 4 wants to make sure everything gets taken in order. So for you guys to show up with this, we know that you guys are taking a lot of discipline, but it's not making you guys money fast. The nice thing is you keep up at it for about 4 or 5 years, your arms are going to be tired from laying brick by brick each freaking ray of the road down the road. You turn around and you're going to see, whoa, I actually built something. There are people following me. This is an entry point into leadership, and it's right there in the trenches with its mates. Okay, so it's right there working with others. I'm with you on this one. Okay, powerful feel inside of the 4. On the upside of it, super organized, not afraid to read. Definitely the ones that are taking notes right now. The 3s are probably sitting there with a glass of wine being like, totally called it. And that emotional experience happens at the more loving numbers, where the more finite people are like, you know what, I need to know this. I need to know what these numbers are. How did you get this? What's going on with that? There you go, Lillian called it. Love it. Wish I had some wine right now. I figured I might want to be like sober for this one. So I'm going to drink some of my cool Batman vodka. Just kidding. But we call it Batman water. It makes the kids drink it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at the transition number. This is 5. Okay, so we've got Michelle here. Lillian is a name. Deborah Ann Hyman shows up as a 5 as well. Alicia had a birth path 5. Just try not to get confused with these colors. I was like, shit. There's 2 sets of like, there's 2 sets of legends here, guys. Okay, so legend 1 shows 1 out of 6 colors. And you'll see it here, okay, in the 3-digit numbers. And then the other legend for the rainbow looks like your names in your life path, so that I can see them at a glance. And I know which ones were which, okay? So 5s, warriors. These are the fighty people. The ones who are going to end up becoming keyboard warriors and be like, oh, man, you did not just diss my downline or my sponsor or my business. Quickly, everybody, run to the post. Tell them what kind of a jackass they are and block them and delete them and all that shit. The 5 is like they want to protect and stand up for their people like no end. They just want to stand up for people. They're the people who are like, this is a social media business. Like we're going to be active about this. And like we've been in jobs for too long and we want to travel. We don't want to be behind a desk. We don't want to even do the training. We just want to go out there and make $1 million and we're going to do it. Could be a little tough because the 5s have a little bit more of a challenge in terms of making relationships stick, whether it be a business relationship or a financial relationship or a love relationship. The seek for freedom is just too high. So when we see 5s, we can see people who are a little bit more, ferocious. They're the bit more of the tiger inside of you, okay? So there's a bit of the passion. They're not afraid to tell you what they feel. There are some times where we see, come back. There are some times where we get a chance to see, let's see, do I see 5s and 7s here? Jody. So Jody's right now inside of a 5 over a 7. I'm just going to quickly take a break from these numbers to explain to the 3 stages of this, okay? So stage 1 shows up as 0 to 27 years old, okay? That's your month. 27 to 55 is the day that you're born, and then 55 yonder is going to be the year that you're born. So when you see those three numbers, you're getting a chance to actually take a look at the three stages of your life. Okay. So because I'm introducing you some of these numbers, like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, Michelle's going to have leadership in there, social ability, and a very strong passion for change. Okay. So this life path here is going to be a warrior, a princess, and a leader. She's also going to be an angel. There's a powerful form inside of this that wants to look good, get things done, and also go for the kill. She absolutely wants to have a passion. There's going to be ambition here. She can get caught underneath what other people think about her. That's going to be a real big thing. But then as soon as you turn 27, that's going to start to fade away. You'll be like, you know what, honey, I don't give a shit what people think. I'm going to tell them what they need to hear anyway. That feeling shows up inside of that, okay? But, of course, the names are going to over-trump that and say no communication. We're going to get back to the numbers now. So we've got some time zones in your life that show up inside here, okay? And, of course, any questions, you can drop them in here. We're going to see here, haha, that's me. I just did a 3-minute video about identifying how I'm a people pleaser. It's okay, Mark. Honestly, people will fall for you, and they'll fall towards you, and they want to be a part of you. So, I mean, we can definitely use it, and they also make business look easy without a strategy. So you're not like out in the woods here, but absolutely, we definitely take a look at that. So back to the numbers. Positive side of the 5, I'm standing behind you. Okay, negative side of the 5, I'm never standing in your way. You also want to travel. You definitely want to be free. And the negative side of that is that this can be a little extracurricular in relationships sometimes, whether it be in money, sometimes spend more than you make or love more than you have. Whatever shows up, it can also turn pretty lethal. These are the more self-sabotaging numbers. So if any of you guys have a 5 in the middle of your name, like Nicole or Ellie, or let's say, where else is this showing up? Catherine, Mark, Karen, Regina, these are self-sabotage. If you put a bunch of swords in the middle of your name, it's like putting a bunch of knives in the middle of your heart, in the middle of your life, okay? I also had this, and nobody knew. Nobody knew I had a lethal addiction to drugs. Nobody knew I had a carousel of alphabet of things that I would take and do for myself, whether it be alcohol, blunts, coke, drinks. I can go through the whole alphabet of drugs and alcohol of stuff that I would do, and it would just circle and wheel, and I wouldn't tell anyone. I would just simply hurt myself. That feeling is inside of some of these numbers that do not communicate. So if you got a 5 in there and it's affected you negatively, huge deep breath to think that 2019 is going to be a good year for emancipating all of that. So then we come to the balancer. So that 5 was a really strong number for change and shift and fight and war and the battlefield. The 6 turns into the kingdom or the queendom, depending on where it is. So we've got some life path 6, Saywood, Nicole, Deborah, Lucia. And how about names? Do we have a name 6 at all? Not really. We've got 6s inside of names. This is going to be a tough one. We've got negative 6s in there. So on the positive side of the 6, we see our parents, the people who want to fall in love. They want to get married. They know they want to have a family. It's one of the bucket list things on them. Some of the other numbers will be like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. But the 6s are going to show up and think, absolutely. I'm just going to quickly mute Alex. I think I got her. Nope, I didn't. If you mute yourself, Alex, mute audio. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it. So the positive sides of the 6, I'm just going to see if I can mute all of you guys at the same time. Mute. Allow participants to unmute themselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to unmute yourself, please. If I'm completely wrong, tell me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen again. So the 6s on the positive side, good communicators. 6 is one of the infinite numbers, okay? So this is the entry point into mastery. This is the entry point into maturity. The number 6 speaks of self-awareness. It speaks of the ability to grow and be mature and see things through and actually have a long-term game, also to hold love and balance and hold money in balance. It's got family. It wants long-term relationship. It wants to give. It wants to lead. It likes communicating. It can get to work. It can also go into spirituality. There's a reason why I named my kid with a bunch of sixes and balanced inside of his chart. It's all good, Alex. I am recording this, so in case you do miss something juicy, absolutely make sure you have it to look past for afterwards, okay? So we've got some power in the side of the six. The negative side of the six is that for all of that balance, infinite balance of everything, is the cost of the self. When you like sacrifice yourself for others, remember the parents, what our parents did for us. That feeling of like, I would give my kid my last meal if I had to, or like my, I'm going to take care of them no matter what and jump for them whenever I can. The feeling of that shows up inside of the six. They can have a lack of self-love, which can be really painful to watch, because who's got a negative six? Ellie does. How about today? Wow. Regina does. Kim does. Not too many. They're going to take care of other people first. And then when it comes to filling up their own self-cup of love, guess what's turned over? Absolutely. The thing doesn't actually fill its own cup. This is where we get a chance to introduce, some of my clients will see this. They've seen this. I talk about this. The honor me routine, the first 15 minutes of your day. This can be the toughest thing to do for anyone who's got an unbalanced six in their chart, is to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, I'm worthy. I'm profitable. I'm successful. I'm worth it. People need me. I'm here to help. And I know that I'm valuable and that I love myself. I will take care of myself. I'm the most important person in my life. Tell a mom to tell that to herself. She can be like, oh, my babies are the most important to me, and my husband and my family and my dog. And the sixes are not looking after themselves. They're looking after everybody else. How long do you think that's going to survive before a tumor, a growth, something happens, autoimmune, inside of the body, blood pressure, your mechanical bio box, this robot you're in? Look at you guys, not your pictures, beautiful people. Look at your numbers. You guys are computer programs. These are algorithms. We are actual like frequencies. We're sounds. And we just keep gobbling up other sounds and other pieces of light so that we can continue our vibration moving forward. You guys are all getting the spiritual haircut of a lifetime. I promise you this. That negative six makes me feel really sad personally, because I was born in June. I had a bunch of negative sixes running rampant. That was like puppy dog boyfriend. Oh, it's okay. You can cheat on me. I believe in our love. She'll grow out of it. After 5 years of it, I'm like, then she breaks up with me. That's how negative the six can be. We give up on what's important to us just for the sake of union, just because we don't want to break the partnership. Forbidden that would be. But the reality is that that's because that's how high we place love, that we would see past others. Poor Nicole. That's love, love, love on all big fronts. She's absolutely caring for other people. You dramatically need to change this Aaron and Nicole driver. We need to put something there, just so you know. But absolutely, the name in there is like overbearing on love. That can be a little bit difficult to handle. How about the seven? Okay, so we got the spiritual, the intuitives, the empaths, the people who are probably not going to write anything in the chat or want to stand up or stand out. So, I mean, we're not going to point out any in case you guys want to stay quiet, but there could be places inside of the beginning of your lives, July babies, that you've been a little bit more quieter. Haven't found my voice yet. Haven't really found that feeling of who I am. That feeling happens to a lot of people inside of their lives. But then we take a look at Alex. Look at this, 977. This feeling is, we're happy to be in the spotlight. There you go. Absolutely. Alex was born as a double sevens in her name as well, or her birthday. So there's a lot of stoic and a lot of reflective and a lot of these like spiritual ding, ding, ding going off on the inside, being like, I believe that. I don't believe that. I do understand this. I don't get that. That feeling of you knowing what's going on without actually having to learn it. The seven is the divine realm, guys. So if you see sevens in your chart and they're balanced, You're looking at a very potent access point to spirituality. These are our meditators and the people who are absolutely powerful. Karen, I feel like I had my voice, but I lost it. Is that because of the 7 once I got married? Where's Karen? Let's take a look at Karen Smith. Oh, ouch. Look at that. This is what Bobby was dealing with. Absolutely wants to say something, but can't help but get trapped in her head. And she's going to end up fighting herself. So there's a power. Please change it right away. Like, we got it. You got it. That feeling is inside of that. I would probably say, based on your life path, you actually would be very fun to take a J or an S. Would probably not suggest the H, Q, or Z, but it would be a tie between the fun and then maybe the evolved version of you, the when you get a little bit more serious, if you want to. But that's Karen, for example. Okay, so the 7s, they know what's up. They got a really HD bullshit meter in their stomach that they're just ready to call somebody on it, or ready to just quietly judge them and just smile politely and just be like, you don't know that you're being an idiot. And I know that you don't know, but I know. And that 7 is just knowing of all things. There are mind readers. So in case any of you guys are in my head right now, I appreciate you guys not looking at any of the dirty photos. Just kidding. Now we take a look into the next one. These are the 8s. How do you know if your 7s are balanced? If it ends in a 6, if it ends in an 8, for me, it balances out towards money, wealth, family, love, long-term connection, inspiration, moving things forward, helping other people to do the same, working in community. I hold an 8, a 7, and a 6. My name looks like this. I chose this name. Okay, so I have a name that shows 876, same thing as a 786, but the feeling shows up that I wanted to be there. Okay, so I actually put my name there when I took the letter F in my name. So I basically took an initial there that matched my my middle name is Francisco. So when I took Bobby F. Perryhar, that's where it came from. When I was first born, it was like this. I should probably do like this since I'm planning on writing here in my chart. I'm going to quickly do a little bit of magic. So my name here was like this. Balwant Francisco Perryhar. I'm half Indian and I'm half Spanish. My name looks like a curry taco. And then my birthday here is June 28, 1984. So I have a 6, a 1, a 22, and I am a life path 11. And now my Facebook called name is Bobby F. Perryhar, and that's an 876. And the same thing here. I'm using mine like this now, 876. I've evened myself out. When I was first started, it was like this, 527. So I was dealing with the exact same thing that Karen was. Not cool. Fighting myself, not able to communicate with others, stuck in my own head, stuck in my own way, not moving anywhere, super lazy until the last minute. And I'm like, okay, fine. And just get up, get ready, shit, shower, shave. 10 minutes later, I'm good to go, out the door. And I would create a habit based on that, being like, I could get stuff done faster than other people. So I don't mind if I take a little bit longer to get there. That's like the tortoise and the hare, okay? If you don't know that story, figure it out. It's a story about a tortoise and a hare, and they race, and the rabbit's like, the turtle's not going to do anything. He's slow. The turtle's like, just relax. I got this. Dun, 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 putting on my headphones. And by the end of the race, the turtle wins because the rabbit's just spinning around, running around, not doing anything. Okay. Alicia's saying, is there any advice you could give me with my chart that will help me be successful in this business? 2019, I really want to leave my job. I would suggest absolutely that you start considering a vibration for, actually, yours really works, Alicia B. Wilkins. So what we're going to do is we're going to absolutely say that inside of 2019, you're going to really want to hustle with the fun. We're going to take a good look at your name there in a little bit. There could be a vibration for you to change your legal name if you haven't already, but absolutely. So Alex saying here, just confused with 977 and 737 with Life Path 8. So let's take a look at Alex. We see 977 is the name that you're born. 7 plus 3 plus 7 equals 8. These don't work very well together because you are Life Path 8, and we want to make sure that your name reaches to an 8. It starts with an 8, but then it degrades. It goes down into a 3. Seeing as it starts with one of the best numbers and ends with one of the more fun-loving sweetheart numbers, we can definitely see a smart woman trapped underneath a really good-looking one that would probably, people are not going to take your intelligence as seriously as you'd want them to because it gets caught working so hard. That 4 is going to be super stable for the job, and the 3 is going to be like, I really don't want to work. You can't tell me what to do. I don't want to do what I don't want to do. I want to do what I want to do. That 8 wants to be in control. So it's a problematic number to have a 3 at the end of it, even though, hey, it could look really fun. It could absolutely be there. But when we want to make that thing work, sorry, I'm Alex, right? Alex is here. That vibration, we want to raise it back to an 8. So Alex has a vibration shift in the mastery. Look, Alex can take C or L, or she can take N or W. I would be recommending the C or the L. You guys notice how the 898 and the 988 are in black? They're still very difficult numbers, okay? So we're absolutely going to look at this. And for you guys looking at this, I need to leave my job is draining my soul. Someone has to pay the bills. I'm just going to take a look at Michelle. Okay, so as the 944, absolutely, this number is going to work its ass off. This 4 vibration in here, you have the dream of wanting to be free, but the hard working part of you is going to keep your mouth shut. Someone's got to pay the bills. I got to get this feel. Of course, all of you guys are going to deal with this. Look at this. All of these are in the red. Most of these numbers are caught. They're caught either working too hard, not expressing themselves, not acknowledging themselves, not saying what's truly on their mind, simply serving other people. This feeling of all these reds are probably the reason why we're collecting the group of us for a big, huge group hug for the end of the year roundabout. You guys have decided to say, no, I can't. I've seen too much success. I want it myself. Absolutely, I need these names. So when people are looking for a bit of advice, what should I do? How should I move forward? We can talk on one hand, which is going to be everything in your back office. Do what your mentor says, read the books, write the ads, spend your income producing activities. On the other side of this, we want vision. We want journaling. We need you to get real with where you want to go in your life. What would your success look like if you didn't have no bounds? How often are you practicing meditation, gratefulness, gratitude, all of the magnetic energies of that? And most importantly, when you step outside of your door and you go out into the world, what are you wearing? Where are you going wearing that? Are you going to a boardroom in a cocktail dress? Are you going to a backyard barbecue inside of a work outfit? Are you going to a construction site in a bathing suit? Do you understand that there's a very powerful mechanism for showing up appropriate for the way that you want to inside of life and business? So there's a very, very powerful, and just throwing it out there as an offer. We have masterminds on pods. I've got a bunch that I can introduce you to. If you guys want to be a part of ours, you're more than welcome. It's kind of quiet in there, but we're still amassing people. I got baby leaders in there, still growing. It's a powerful feel to see that we're all in this together, okay? Lucy's saying, this has been the most stressful year with me for my job and affecting everyone I'm spending time with, personal development, and loving this business concept. I'm spending time with personal development, loving it. Yeah, you know what? Great. Life throws rocks on us and it buries us. And sometimes we got to take one rock at a time, and it could be a book. It could be a hand. Someone's pulling us up. It could be clearing the area. It could be a breakthrough. It could be a breakthrough that leads to a breakdown. Who knows what's going to happen on that 90% of you climbing the mountain to get to that top 10% summit where you can stand up and say, I did it. I didn't lose. That feeling is in there. So as you guys are looking at this, I hope that you guys are kind of like picking out which letters you guys want. We're about to get to the vibrations of what these guys look like, okay? So and I appreciate the comments and as well people putting this in there. If you got a 4 in the wrong spot, if it's in a red and you got a 4 in there, you're probably like, damn, I hate that feeling of, you know, my soul, the job is sucking the soul out of me. I can't do this shit anymore. I hate it. And look at this. Lillian, just going to put you on the spotlight here, okay? No 4, no 4. There's a pesky 4. No 4. This 4 is employee. And it's like, gonna get the bills paid. I'm not gonna, and it's wreaking havoc in your life because everybody sees this. Everybody knows you as this. This is your Facebook call name. You identify with this every time you pick up your phone. Your phone is a radio. If you actually start using your name on this thing, it's going to transmit to other people's lives. It's honestly, okay, you can still be called Lily, but please put an initial in there for Pete's sake. Sign it. Take this new name and change your Zoom handle. Whatever you guys got to do this. I'm running severely behind time, guys. So we're going to have to go a little over here, okay? I just realized in 15 minutes, and I don't want to rush. So we are recording this in case anybody's going to start dropping off, okay? How about the 8s? Let's go into the money-making number. If you see an 8 here and it is purple or blue or green, okay, that's the only reason why you're going to see an 8. If it's in red and you see an 8, 843, 382, there could be addictions not far to follow, negative sense of self not far to follow, disassociation from the self, hyper level of intelligence, and frustration that we can't communicate it and get it out to other people. It can be a very big, forget this. I can't do this. I can't do this. This sucks. I'm not good at this. This isn't for me. That feeling can crush our dreams, okay? So we really want to make sure that if there's an 8 running around in someone's chart, that we absolutely want to pay attention to it and make it balanced. 8 is the triple zone for wealth. The triple zone for wealth says, I make money, my people make money, I make money my money makes me money. So it goes through 3 stages. 4 was, I make money. I'm going to work hard. Then the 6 says, I make money with my family. It's a family love. I give my money to my family, and it's a family thing. I'm not just making, I want to grow a little bit with it. And then the 8 says, money, go and do the thing. Come back with more of you. And that's how business operates. We want to send our dollars and plug them into our posts and let them return us people who are saying, me too, I like this. You really spoke to me. I believe it. I like you. I trust you. What are we buying? That feeling shows up with the 8. They inspire people to move forward. Now, with a problem like Lily, okay, she's got 8s in her chart. Look at her name, Lillian Sapia. She was supposed to have a global mastery name, which would have actually sent you into a really big shift in life because you're life path 3. Wants to have a glass of wine while she listens to this. That feeling of let's just enjoy and let's just be emotional, loving human beings. The 8's going to be like, no, I'm going to be super solid and strict for business. And that feeling is I want to make a lot of money. I'm going to make a lot of change in the world. Okay. So Alex is saying I have 3 8s in the red. How do we get this sorted? Pick a letter that's on the right side and identify with it. Well, if you guys are taking notes, if you guys want to do this, start signing your name. Start signing your name and sign it with a letter. See which letter you start signing it with. Like, let's say Alex is saying, I got to change this. I would be saying Alex C or Alex L. If you're like, dude, this is too much and I'm feeling it and it's been hurting me and I want to make money, but I can't, that feeling is going to be absolutely powerful inside of the C or the L. Just so you know, okay? That would be my top pick, and we'll definitely I'm going to give Bobby's top picks on everybody, okay? They're mostly going to be here. If they're not going to be here, I'm going to give you something else, but I like to pick these guys. And if you got something here that's not bad, it's absolutely still going to make you success, and it's still going to make you successful in business. You're still going to be able to enjoy following your dreams, but absolutely you can. And then Lucy said, I'm leaning to the mastery though. Like Lucy H. White, I could do that. I could do that there. I could do Lucy Z. White. That feeling are mastery vibrations, okay? Jody wants to get hers updated. Yeah, we'll definitely update yours because I think I did actually when it was Jody Nicole. And then also, yes, yours will be the G, P, or Y if you want to take a step. So 8's very powerful in balance, disastrous and diametrically like problematic if they're running unbalanced. They can lead you all the way down to suicide. These feelings are like, and if anybody's looked down the barrel before and they got a pesky 8 just staring them in the face, absolutely very, very powerful. So glad to hear, Bobby, as we are unsure what all the letters mean, those are your options. If you see it in red, then the red option is the one you want. If you see it in blue, it corresponds to the blue word, okay? Yes, and absolutely. Debbie's saying, I think we all need a one-on-one to go deeper. I recognize that. I was looking at this and I'm like, there's going to be a lot of cliffhangers. There's going to be a lot of things that happen here that people are going to be like, dude, I need to go in. There are limiting beliefs and balancing effects that we have to pay honor to. The experience will continue. Okay, so when we're done, you guys are going to have to give me, I'm going to probably do this now. I'm not going to go to sleep until it gets done. I'm going to send you guys a report. This is the report you get when you work with me one-on-one. It's like a 60, 80 something pages of all you. It is a self-study book that will be exactly everything that is showing up in your chart. So I need to make sure that there are no spelling mistakes in any of these, okay? If there are, then we're absolutely going to be in trouble. But these are the two that I'm using, okay? I'm gonna be using these two names to show up inside of your chart, okay? Thanks, Karen, I appreciate it. You're very welcome. Honestly, guys, this report thing, this is what you guys are paying for. I'm very confident knowing that with this information, it is going to absolutely dramatically change a lot of the things that are happening inside of you. If you see a 22 and if you see a 4 in your chart, I left some of them out, but I know that Amy has some, Regina has some, there's some 11s in there. Nicole has them. What about, oh, okay, so Christine is already a client of mine. So when I add 1974, wait, who's in 1975? Any 1975s? How about 1996 is going to be, or not, 1995? No. How about 84? Was there an 84 baby in here anywhere? Nobody's got the mastery year. Okay, so 22 show up when you add everything together. Amy. So I take A plus E plus E plus E plus A plus E. It equals 22. Okay. So absolutely, we'll talk about that. But those are mastery numbers. We kind of don't really have the time and space for something like that inside of our place together. But we will absolutely talk about that one-on-one if you guys need to. So what I wanted to do was to make sure that you guys get some love and attention. If you guys book an hour session with me, I'm going to deduct the price of this payment. So instead of paying 268 US, it'll be like 150, whatever it is, for an hour. Because I know you guys are definitely wanting to book in one-on-one, and I want to just keep taking money from you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deduct my 268 price for an hour, and it'll only be 157. So that's what I charge for a half an hour session. So for you to get basically for the price of an hour, get a full hour and also an alignment and a 90-minute training or 2-hour training, guys, it's super value. But it's only exclusive for you guys, okay? Because you guys have basically come in here. That's the reason why I invited everybody who already had it, okay? So if you do want to book in, you're going to have to book in a half an hour session on my site and just say, Bobby, you told me it was going to be a 2-for-1. You told me it was going to be an hour. So if you book in the half an hour session on my site, it's absolutely powerful. That'll be the way to do it. But I just wanted to quickly pop that in there for you guys because I know that people are going to want to book in. The more successful people I talk to book in 3 or 4 times. So once to start, once in 6 to 8 months, 3 to 6 months when things sort of like, even out, and then as needed afterwards, okay? So 8s are numbers for business, the graduation point of money. The 9s are the graduation point of love. These are our spiritual, they're cosmic, they're super loving, they care about others, they show up with an ability of mastery. Poor Jody Nicole Davis, 999s can be extremely emotionally overloaded, and that feeling can be very, very powerful, not in a good way, okay? So when we see 9s inside of charts, guys, we see value for a bunch of love and care for others. For you guys, it is about impact, Rebecca. It's about impact, Aaron. Nicole, you guys have 9s in your life path. You guys are very powerful people. It's not just about the money. It's about how you can help other people get through things in life. And when someone else is going through stuff, your heart's hurt. That feeling of like, oh God, no, please don't hurt the little baby. Please don't hurt the animals. Please don't hurt things like that. I want to help them. I can't stop, pause. Are you okay? That feeling just wants to serve other people and their hearts that bleed for others. Poor Aaron. Look at this guy. He's got 9/9, 9/3, then 9/6. He's a loving kind of guy. And then you look at his Aaron Driver. Nope. It's kind of like a, like very, gotta see it to believe it. You know, come with me with the real data, the real rah-rah, and that feeling of Aaron Driver is going to say, I'm going to work hard, but then he can't help but be pulled towards the emotional value that happens underneath. This is inside of his birthday. So there could be a bit of a fight going on inside of himself with that with that name. And even the name itself will definitely say that inside of this. We take a look at something like that. Okay, so we've covered the names. I want to go in. I'm going to basically look at some of these comments and answer these questions. And then afterwards, I'm going to take top picks for everyone, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to say, okay, we explained 22 over 4. Alex, I'm wondering if I can put a C and an L to cover all bases. Don't do that. Just put a C or an L and do it everywhere, like everywhere. Business cards, Facebook fan page. You don't have business cards? Get them. Who needs business cards? We're running a social media business. Get them anyway. Signature, Zoom handle, Gas back office, your Enagic organization name, however, wherever, anywhere, call display, mail, credit cards. It goes to a certain point where you can't. The door is going to be blocked, and it's going to say passport, driver's license, PTNs, tax numbers, social securities, whatever the heck you guys got. Those are going to be tightly knit underneath a legal name change. I told you guys at the beginning, do not do that without me. There are ways to change your name legally that need to be changed on alignment dates. That's like a level 4 Bobby conversation, okay? So the level 1, we're aligning your name. We're aligning you guys all up. 2019 is gonna be I hope you guys are planning on doing like a 90-day sprint of some kind, January 1st. Like, wow. You guys are gonna be. It's gonna be amazing. I'm just like in awe of what's happening here. Sarah's just I can feel the drool being like, this is nuts. This is gonna be nuts. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. Hey, it's Rebecca with my name. Should I add O or BK or T to my FB name or my actual name? Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at Rebecca. So you got 2 names here. Okay, so you've got a green name. Let's just see. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly move this over. So we've got a name in green. So Rebecca Jane, put Rebecca B, Rebecca K, or Rebecca T Jane. Do that. You could take our Pursuit to Freedom, and you could put our Pursuit to Freedom X, our Pursuit to Freedom O, but the blue letters correspond to the blue names. The red letters correspond to the red names. The green letters correspond to the green names. She's got a name that works, not bad, but it would still want a vibration of shift. You could take BK or T. You could also take D, M, or V, just so you know. So there is an option for you inside of Mastery. I'm just going to quickly turn this up so we can see it, turn the lights on. This vibration will be absolutely powerful for you inside of business. If you're more focused on business than family. If you've got a family and a love in life and like your life path 9, it may not be a very valuable feeling to be like, okay, hubby, take care of the kids. I'm going to see you guys in 5 years. We're going to go traveling every single month. It'll be crazy. You're not that type of person. You're more of the one who's going to be like, I love and I care and I love and I care. So taking a name like this would not be a valuable feeling for you. It would be more like taking the BK or the T. That would be the one to take. And if you guys have this is going to be like, you should take this. If you have a BK or T option, I would absolutely recommend it. And it's a personal bias. It's changed my life. I run that as well. Same thing with a 786. So in your case, Pursuit to Freedom, I would drop it. I would not use that. I would take your business page and I would move it around. And so I'm going to erase those other options for you because I would not use that. If you did want to use it, you could use one of those letters. And just actually put them in there. But that's my 2 cents on that. Debbie says, that is so awesome. You're amazing. That report, I think, will just clarify everything. Absolutely. It's the component of the private session. It's just something you guys get to dive into, but it's going to give me a little bit of time to write them all out. But you get a chance to dive into it. You're going to read it. It's going to go deep. You're going to get something very powerful from it. Every 3 months I read mine. And I'm just like, oh man, oh my God, holy crap. I can't, why do I keep forgetting this? And that feeling is inside of there. We're human beings, guys. We like have the attention span of a fruit fly. So that feeling is that we definitely want to make sure that we we check this information always. You guys are going to absolutely fall in love with what this information can do for you, okay? And so here, I need to change my business name completely, and I cannot get one chance on Facebook to do that. So I wanted, okay, I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying there, Debbie. So I want it to be super powerful. Okay, Debbie, so we're just going to quickly jump to you for a second. And it was A Blessed Life with the Rolling Stones. So if you were to take that, because it sounds cool, right? A blessed life with a blessed life. I would do this. A blessed life X with the Rolling Stones, like that. And then you're set. That would be perfect if you keep this. They will let you put an X there without any. If you try changing it to Debbie Stone, they're going to be like, I don't think so. This doesn't represent what the page is about. And they're like, how do you know what my page is about? Shut up, Facebook. The feeling is that your name, Debbie Stone, would need a G, P, or Y to balance it back out, or an E. I would absolutely put Debbie E. Stone or Debbie Stone with 2 E's on it, okay? So absolutely, or Debbie Stone with 2 E's at the end of Stone. So I would be choosing that for sure, okay? Lucy White, would love your top pick on which letter is best for my name. I'll do it again for you, Lucy. F or X? Lucy X White. Lucy F White. I took the F because my middle name is Francisco. I, to be honest, was not going to be putting Bobby X Perry Hard the same way Clint was like, I need the X, mate. I was like, just relax. So we booked a half an hour to get an hour. Yes, Michelle, absolutely. Just let me know. And I'll recognize you anyway, so it's not like I'm going to be like, who's this? But if you definitely do that, I will give you a 2-for-1 because I know that I'm expensive. I charge United States dollars. I didn't expect to come out to Australia. I'm Canadian. Imagine my Canadians like, why are you charging US? Like, so it's fair for the world. And I have people in the world who see me, okay? I don't think I can change my business page as you can only get one change to change it, which was originally Lucy Mendez. Get a new business page. Ugh. My friend was in business for like a year and a half, and they shut everything down overnight. He had to start absolutely brand new. If they don't let you change it, they don't let you change it. I know there's a way to change it, but unfortunately, I don't make the rules. I just read the numbers. And there are ways to align things. If you journal every day and you say, my name actually isn't messed up, it's actually the way it's supposed to be. It's like trying to trick the universe. I don't believe that's the way to go. So are you going to go through anyone individually? Yes, you can ask questions. I will go through them individually. Just trying on Michelle A.C. Coleman here, right here and now. Absolutely. And see how it feels. See if it vibes with your gut. Should I be looking at dropping the laptop lifestyle and putting an O in the business name and using a red letter in the FB name? Mark, I would do either, because it would be the laptop lifestyler Mike O. Blackburn would be the way. If you want to keep the laptop lifestyler Mark Blackburn, you're adding an O, a D, an M, or a V. Or an F or an X, you could even do the laptop lifestyler X, Mike Blackburn, or Mark X Blackburn. So you have some options for your laptop lifestyler name. I would recommend that you actually just take Mark Blackburn. Actually, if something like this, look at Mark's name. He's got GP or Y, and so this would be the name I would probably take for a personal page. So Mark G Blackburn, and then on your business page, Mark the laptop lifestyler Mark D Blackburn or Mark V Blackburn. Okay, so in case you want to keep it, then you have range between a mastery version and also a version for your Facebook page. Some people like that. Some people are into that kind of stuff. I personally feeling is what it is. Okay, so 911. So we're going to hear this. Okay, so I'm going to quickly get to that. Actually, where do you just drop that in the bin? That looks great, Deborah. Okay, hey, Bobby, would I put an N or a W? Guys, I'm going to go through this. So Kim, I would go, where are you? I would go Kim U Luca, or Kim Luca with 2 U's. Or you can actually no, Kim E Luca. Kim E Luca is my top pick, okay? And then I don't know how come I don't have any letters in purple? Amy. Amy is going to have, where is it? Down here. How come you have names in purple? Because there's not enough vibration or shift in there to move them that way. We would have to be using 2 letters. So I also want to change my business name. So if you take a sunshine state of mind and put O, it just doesn't, see, there's a big gap here. I would probably suggest that Amy takes 2 letters instead of just 1. Or you could take, Yeah, Amy Lee Bedini. We could also put a letter to that. So we'll get to that in a second. I'd love to change my name too, Jody. Okay. So Regina, yes, absolutely. Regina A. Or wait, I would go Regina D, M, or V, my personal opinion. Thank you, Bobby. You're welcome, brother. I could just use Debbie O. Stone on birth? Yes, you could, Debbie. Absolutely. What's your pick for us? Let's go back to the top. Okay, we're gonna do this. Lily, I'm gonna give you what I would feel, and then we'll move from there. Okay, so Lillian, G, P, or Y. The 156 and the 516, leader, passion, family. Okay, the 246 and the 426, connection, hard work, and family. The 358 and the 538, these are special starter kits for business. So if anybody's super passionate and they can't be bothered to do any of the tedious work, this is more based on the passion, running stuff without really knowing what you're doing. This one is going to get irritated. 178 and 718, they're going to be much more quiet. They're going to be like, stop running around like a lunatic. Get your shit together. Absolutely work hard. So that's a much more serious left alone. Then we got the vibrations of coach, king and queen, all-star, global vision. So we have spiritual coach here. These are people who want to help cure, work with others. They've got a good, serious sense of fun and business. Then we have the masters of balance. These are powerful for women and or men who love family, who absolutely cherish being a dad and want to be like dad of the year, husband of the year, that kind of thing. Also, names like this do the same thing, but they start to lean more to the masculine, more to the business side. Then we have global visionary. Okay, so these guys are hard mofo names. Okay, so they're just as difficult as a 911 dramatic feeling of I'm going to go and serve other people even at the cost of myself. I have the world and the weight of the world on my shoulder. I wish I could find myself, but I'm lost in help taking care of others. Everybody needs to follow me and wants to lead me. This person will jump into a burning building to save me. This person as well is thinking about others more than they think about themselves. Even though they try to think of themselves, they get caught serving others when they would really love to lead them. So you see that again inside numbers like 911 2 or 819 1 and 9, when they come together negatively, show up as a very big, huge recipe for self-sacrifice. So it absolutely will leave you drawn out and completely overloaded with energy that may not even be yours. It'll assume position that's not yours. It's a problematic number. If you see these, they are sacrificing themselves completely, okay? So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. What about Aaron M.L. Driver? Let's take a quick peek, okay? So we're going to take a look at Aaron M.L. Driver. And after that, I'm going to go back to the top. So Aaron, you're the last one to take a look at this. And then we're going to go back to the top. I'm going to just sort of start deleting some names for you guys. So M.L. Driver. So that's actually a good look. Okay, so we would see Aaron Driver, but that would be M.L. So you wouldn't need it. You would just take a G or a P or a Y, or you could take M.L. Okay, so you could take that as well. That would replace just the one. So in case M.L. actually means something to you, yeah, like Michael, M.L., right? That would be very powerful for you to use that. Inside of that name would definitely take you there. So if anybody's not satisfied with these and they're like, hey, I want something different, it's because we would probably need to sit together and actually work this out properly. Okay, so my personal pick for Lillian, I want to actually do this with this so I can see your life path as well, because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything kind of weird that I'd want to make sure I'm aware of. So I'm going to do like this. I'm going to do like this. So Lillian, take either actually DM or V would be my top pick, because, or wait, sorry. If you keep Lily, what I would do is I would take the D, the M, or the V. So just take the V, for example. This one would work very powerful for you and would turn you into a 786, and then you're good to go. That feeling is like, I'm good. That power is in there. Okay, so it becomes a mastery vibration, and you actually get a chance to work that like properly. In my opinion, that's what I would do to even you out. Okay, you could also keep Lillian Subpoena just in case you want to continue this, but you have to get absolutely powerful, serious about your business. There can be no area for tomfoolery, low levels of discipline. Oh, I'll get into it later. I wonder what they think of me. The thoughts that you think will magnetize themselves towards you without fail. If that's a little heavy, which I think it is, I would be putting the letter G, P, or Y towards this, okay? That would give you an 876. That would give you the vibration that Bobby has. And I tell you, that has done wonders for me in my life, okay? So just so you know, that's how I would be balancing that name out. Would be one of these two. It's hard because I don't know if you want to keep Lily or if you want to go to Lillian. How about Nick? Nick Nathan. Nick L. Nathan will work. That is a vibration you could use. I would not take the U. It takes you down. The C is the same thing as this. So we're not, it's like 11 is also 2. So 2, 4, 6, 11, 4, 6. Doesn't make any sense to continue the 1. This vibration that you have for business, long-term, wants to work really hard and also very caring. These are all 3 of the money numbers, and it has a very cosmic number for love. I would imagine that a number like N or W would be more of the powerful feel for you. Nick N. Nathan, Nick W. Nathan. That would be my top pick to be able to help you move forward inside of spirituality, inside of business, and also inside of like just coaching. It would be a very powerful feel as someone who you want to work with. Okay, so if you guys have any questions or feelings like, shit, I don't like that name, I don't like that number, now would be the time to say something as I go through it, because I've only got 18 minutes left. So we're definitely going to be running through people and purpling up this whole thing. I'm going to get rid of all these reds. Catherine Patterson. This is tough because this is going to be a hustler. She definitely wants to make money, but the problem here is that she works too hard, works way too hard. And I'm like, not the reason why you came here. Absolutely not the reason why you came here. You could take the BK or the T if you wanted to go down 1, but I wouldn't. I would actually go for this one. This is the letter number I would take, would be the D, the M, or the V. Would be Catherine D, Catherine M, or Catherine V. If I give you guys a letter and you're like, oh, I like the D instead, then go ahead and take the D. I'm just using this as an example that allows you to actually see what's happening. The difference between these numbers now, okay? The vibration that shows up inside of 538 is going to be connection towards hustle, vibration of ease and flow, the feeling of ambition, the feeling of I'm going to get something done here. And I also want to make sure I'm going to show up super powerful. It wants to have fun. It doesn't want to think super big long term. It wants to get really, really fun with it. So there's a very powerful feeling inside of there. Of course you are. You're a mind reader. Look at this, number 7. It's like, well, I already knew it. Because you're in the future. So don't be afraid to journal the shit out of your life and make sure that no detail is spared, that you know exactly the direction you want to grow into. Whether or not you feel like it's powerful or not, or you can possible or not, it doesn't matter. The 7, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you wrote it out. Okay, so Michelle, if you're cool with the AC, that's funny. Get it? Cool with the AC? Get it? So what we're going to do is we're going to also put in, I want to see if you're okay with that. Actually, I'm really okay with that because you're a life path 5. You've got the 3 in there. You got a 3 and a 5 in there as well. 2019's a 3-year. You get rid of that pesky feeling of you just working so hard and not communicating. Dad's initials are AC. Thank you. See, my intuition is on point. We're going to definitely put this into a green, and we're absolutely going to take this into a white. That's a vibration I'd love to get behind because these people work really fast. Let's do it. In a year from now, anybody who picks a 358 or a 538, you guys can expect some pretty quick success. It's a short-lived number. And 6 to 12 months, you may be feeling like, I got to get something more serious. I have to pick something a bit more serious. So that's my 2 cents on that topic. If you have one of these numbers, they may not last forever, okay? So they sometimes show up as a little bit like short-lived. So how about Kim Luca? We chose this one. Kim, I would love to give you a throne, okay, and to give you a crown. And by taking this number up to 966, essentially this is what it would do. In the same chart, you could go, I would take these guys out. I always lean on bigger numbers when possible. The lowest ones you'll see me want to go for are these, unless I see something glaring obvious that wants to take these numbers. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I would take the E for this inside of here would boost you into mastery. And like, this is nuts. I'm just like this is the moment I had a dream about. I was like looking at this chart and I'm like, oh my God, like this is the biggest group session I've ever done. You guys are all getting aligned at the same time. This is getting me back into heaven after earning my one-way ticket to hell in life. Like this was it. I was looking at this and I'm like, this is going to be so nuts. And I was just going nuts with it myself. I saw myself inking all of you guys out down into purple or green. And it was just a wonderful feeling for me. Inside of lifestyle changes with Kim, if you're adamant about keeping it, by all means, put the C or the L in there. You're still inside of a purple vibe, but it's not going to be much different, okay? So in case you're like, oh, I like lifestyle change with Kim C. Luca or Kim L. Luca, that's going to be okay. It's kind of synonymous. So I will just basically give this to you as like an option you could choose that would also grant you a vibration of mastery inside of your chart, okay? So in case that does survive, I will want to do that for people who have one of these, okay? But I would suggest you go with this. And even though it could, I mean, like we're going to talk about marks in a second. So Janine, W, okay? There's no, like, just don't. N or W, please. Like the 911 in your chart, you're a life path 11, you're an angel, okay? You're an angel, princess, warrior. There's a vibration inside of there that shows up powerful. I look at your name, you are so much love. You are so much love. This is burning you. This 9 right here is just absolutely eating you alive. So we're not taking you down here. Not when you have a mastery vibration. You deserve to be on the throne. You deserve to be inside of the queen version of your life. This will help you to love yourself more. If any of you guys are going to get a number here that shows up with 966 or a 6 in it somewhere, the chances of it aligning you for self-love are very, very high. In case self-love has been one of the things that have been an issue, like in Saywood's situation. This is a life path 6. We have another super sweet, very loving, absolutely very, very loving person here who gets stuck in her head. What I would do with this vibration is I would put the F or the X. Just because things are cool and you guys are awesome, I'm just going to put a couple of X's in here. And then that way we can even this out to 786. That would be my top pick for this. It should be an O somewhere. I guess the O didn't make it. So what we'll do is we'll even this one out for mastery. And mastery charts, guys, they're a little bit harder to run. But then again, we're also living in a place where we're not just trying to do something small. You guys with the 5s and the 3/8s and the greens in here, you may be okay to continue with that. You may feel the call one day to say, no, I got to change it. I want to get a little bit more like serious. If that's the case, absolutely, I don't blame you. But what we're going to do is we're just going to keep this here, and I'm going to line this up because it's already lined up. But I would probably put Nick W, if you want my opinion, Nick, to boost it up. We could also try Nicole Nathan and see what that offers you, because you guys are just using your short versions of your names. So that's more for a private time. If we've got time, I don't mind to go. Actually, yeah, well, I will definitely do that for you for sure. How do I get more serious if you have time? Absolutely, for sure. We'll definitely do that, okay? How about Mark? So we're up to Mark now. Mark, I'm going to suggest for you the G, the P, or the Y. Okay, so you even said it here. Drop the laptop lifestyler and smash an X in there. What do you think? So what we'll do, if it's just Mark Blackburn, then it's not going to need the X. Okay, you're gonna definitely have to take something like this. If you want to hype up to this level, and Mark's okay to take 2 letters, then the vibration would look like this. Just gonna take a look at Mark Blackburn. And because you're the X is calling you, you're like, I want to be at the freaking top end. I want to be at the top end. I don't care if it looks like I'm jumping off a cliff. I gotta have it. If that's the case, do this, okay? At least. I don't know if you have a family. I'm not sure how powerful you are at the home front, if that feeling is in there for you. But this name would be very, very, very powerful for you. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this. We're gonna do it like that, and that's a mastery name. That's like a little bit higher above. We're expecting people like this to do some extraordinary things in life. Matthew Tyler Guy Jang, in case you guys have ever heard that name, it's a founder and CEO of Gaz. Balaj W. Cardos. Okay, so there are people who are born with these names. They tend to want to do serious things. If this is just how it shows up on your business page, I get it. But in my opinion, if you want to build it there first, the V would help you to get there with a vibration like this if you're keeping the laptop lifestyle. Let's go with just Mark Blackburn, and we're going to take a look and see what the vibration would look like if it were here like this. It would be DU or MU or VU. Okay, so if Mark Blackburn wants that with the vibration there, would look like this. Okay, so MU, where are we? Here we go. So it would be Mark MU Blackburn. You have to take the letter U if you want that high. And then you have a choice of the letter D, the letter M, or the letter V. Okay, so Mark UV Blackburn. Okay, that's like, you could choose something like that. Okay, if you want to go that high. In my personal opinion, you could spend some time with the G, the P, or the Y, build yourself to 4A, build yourself to 5A, and then once you've actually proven that you've got the system running, then take the spaceship. If you've never ridden a bike before, a spaceship can make you throw up and could kill you. Okay, so that feeling is very, very disassociating for the family and also from other people. Relationships, it just wants to focus in on business. So I don't blame you if you're like, that's me, that's me, that's me. If you just drop it and you put the X, it doesn't work. Okay, so it's just sort of very, very powerful inside of that. Okay, I would definitely suggest.
Can you hear me there, mate?
Hey, I can hear you. What's up, buddy?
Cheers, buddy. Thanks. Just while I've got you there, mate, to drop the laptop lifestyler altogether and go back to just Mark Blackburn on business name, how would I work that?
We would be doing this, right? We would Mark Blackburn, and then it would either be G, P, or Y for this more lighter touch, or
Yep.
if you're gonna, because you're gonna do it like again here, right? So we're gonna go here, and if you want to take the heavier touch, we can go MU or UV or DU. So you got the letter U, and let's just say UD or UM or
And
U.
then go to the X.
And then that one doesn't go to the X. If it went to the X, it would look like this. You would still need something else. It would be XA or XJ or XS, but it wouldn't take you up top. It would just take you right here. So the X inside of Mark Blackburn doesn't add together to create a 988. So it doesn't go up to the very top end.
Gotcha.
Cool. So yeah, and I'll just leave this here just in case you want to keep that for in the mind. Karen, so this one I would absolutely take the A, just because there's a lot of very powerful feeling that's serious inside of your chart. I want to give you that A in there, or the feeling of business, as well as the feeling of love and that feeling of connection to others. So what I would do is I would run it like that, and then that way you would become a 628. And just so you guys know, 628 is also the same number for God. When you spell God in that app and you spell Karen A. Smith, the number should show up the same 628, which is to say the very spiritual thing of well in connection to business. The lighter names, probably not something I'm going to focus in on. Nicole. So Nicole's got a name that's actually going to work. The other vibration I would definitely say, because this is a bit of a lonesome road, I would put the G in there, okay? G, P, or Y. So Nicole P. Driver, and just in case any of you guys actually have some of these letters as initials, or you can definitely find value in that, because it'll be the name that you were born with and the name that you already identify with. I'm just pulling examples. So the vibration here shows 786, which replaces the lone wolf vibration with the power woman, power couple. So it's going to be a lot easier to work together with Aaron with a name like this. So you guys are doing this together. This thing needs to change. This is problematic, guys. 663, I give and I give and I give and I care. And oh, it's okay. And don't worry about me. And oh, it's all good. And I give and I give and I care and I lead and I look good, but business is not happening inside of that name. So what I would do with that name would be either like this is what it would look like. It could put like Nicole with Aaron Driver, Nicole L. Aaron Driver, Nicole C. Aaron Driver, but W stands like Nicole with Aaron Driver, like that, right? Would work okay. I'm just gonna quickly, because I do this for people when I see couples in names. I'm just gonna put Aaron Driver, Nicole Aaron Driver, and let's see what happens if I spell and instead of using the ampersand. Okay, doesn't work. Sorry. Okay, what about N? N will work. Did I find that? Yeah. So Nicole and Aaron Driver. That absolutely works. Nobody's going to watch. Nobody's going to see anything. It's going to be absolutely powerful. It's aesthetically appealing, and it also has a vibration of couple, family, couple, business. So this is a good vibration to show up if in case you want to be in a partnership business. So if you guys want to be in partnership together, this would be a great name to show up as. And I'm just going to take this one. And then what about the other one? Was the more powerful version of this. We're not saying more powerful, but the alternative would be the 696, which would be a little bit more into mastery. And, you know, just in case one pokes out at you guys over the next, that would be the way to run it. And for you guys, make sure I give you guys reports for your names, okay? How about Aaron Driver? Now, this one here is a problem because he already has an 8. So we're curious. Does he want a vibration that will, will Aaron want to continue the feeling of structure, stability, discipline? You will work really hard and it will get there. If you take the G, the P, or the Y, or the M or the L as you suggested, this moves you into more fun, more love, but you'll be taking a side step towards Nicole because it holds the 4. If you want to unmute yourself and see, I'm not sure if you were trying to comment on that, but the vibration inside of this chart now, sorry, this one isn't like this. It's going to show up like this.
Yeah, so I've already got Michael. Michael as my middle name, but it's my communion name is Luke. So when I did my first Holy Communion, I was given the name Luke as well.
So
when I was 10.
Perfect. So I mean,
that doesn't come up on my birth certificate.
Yeah, see, so this would work perfectly for you because then you're going to actually be able to find authenticity. It's going to be authentic. For a 448, you're going to be like, man, please don't give me a letter that's not mine. Like, I can't take, like, yeah. It's going to want to have some part of you that actually feels like, yes, this is exactly what I need to be a part of. So I would really appreciate you taking a name like that. Would work very well for you. So Steve,
yeah, that works well. Yep.
This is the reason why I would go into a name this low, is because he already has that discipline level, and he's got Nicole in there holding on to this. They've got a powerful spread right now. 426 handles the foundation. Nicole handles the top end. Then the business encompasses all of it. Guys, this is going to be a very powerful connection for both of you guys. Like, this one covers all of your bases. Absolutely powerful. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey,
thanks, Bobby.
Yeah, you're welcome, my man. So now how about Ellie? So Ellie's going to come in here now with a vibration that shows up with a 224. I would push you into a D, M, or a V. So inside of this vibration, I would go like Ellie D. Kyler, and then the same thing here. If you're using the same for business, would be the vibration like that. Or you could choose M or V, but this one would definitely help you move forward for sure. I would absolutely take that. And then this would become a 268. And then we have, instead of you working way too hard, this thing just connects with others and wants to work hard and connect with others and no worries about me. That feeling shows up there. Then we come into a vibration that says, I'm going to teach you, I'm going to lead you, and we're going to make money together. I'm not just going to do the work for you, because that vibration can, sometimes do the work for other people. So we're going to see that vibration as my top pick there. Alicia's saying, wow, you're so good at what you do. I appreciate you. Absolutely. How do we get more serious if you have time? Michelle, we're going to go, and we'll save it to the end, but I'll absolutely, because we're at 2 p.m. We're at the end of we're at the 2-hour mark. So in case people are dropping off, I appreciate you guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on. And then after I get back to everybody, I'm going to go back for Michelle. So the next vibration that we see here is Debbie. So Debbie said she was going to take the O. word of caution. If Debbie O Stone comes to the front, no, that's for the business name. I would take Debbie E Stone. Okay, so Debbie E Stone will work. The only place O works, Debbie, is if you go with a blessed life with the Rolling Stones and you put O somewhere in here with the O with the roll O or like this, like a blessed life with the Rolling Stones. That's how it would work. Okay, so inside of just Debbie Stone, you have a choice of the E, the F, or the X. I would definitely suggest the E, but the F or the X is going to be a little bit lighter for a female. So in case you're feeling called to it, absolutely pay attention to that. But my personal top pick, I would go higher than lower, Debbie E Stone, and this would put you back into mastery. Then we have a vibration that looks like this, and it would look like this, and look like this. And then we're just going to quickly do that. Okay, so that's how that would look. In times of like this, either you use this or we put that O somewhere in there. And an O blessed life, or O a blessed life with the Rolling Stones, and then this becomes 898, and this is a very powerful vibration for business. But guys, just because it's a vibration powerful for business doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for you. Okay, your name, Debbie, is going to be more geared towards love. You are going to be more powerful because of all these sixes in your chart, running a name that says 6 as opposed to a business name that says 898. Even though it says the most money, it could take you the longest to get there. So just so we understand that, okay? Lillian, I just did my name change on my page and it was approved. Woo-hoo! If it's just an initial, it will be quick. But if you have a very different biz name, it'll ask for supporting evidence. I've been through it. Me too. If you're trying to do that, what you would do is just change it one word at a time. So if it's something completely different, add your name to the end of it and then start migrating some of the words off of it. It takes some time to do that. Okay, cool. So yes, Nick and Aaron Driver. Absolutely. Or Nicole and Aaron Driver. That's how you work it. Not Nick and Aaron Driver. Nicole and Aaron Driver. Okay. So Sarah's saying, boom. She just had a mind blow. All right. So absolutely. Thank you so much. So grateful. So why not O? Debbie. If you take O for Debbie Stone, Debbie O Stone takes you to 977. Removes all sense of vibration of communication. It's not going to be a powerful move. If you put OG or no, OH, if you went Debbie OH, Debbie O Stone, this would work. This would be the one you would use. If you were planning on putting the H, I can do that. Or Debbie Oz Stone. So then it's a little strange, right? I get it. It's a little awkward. So the O by itself doesn't balance it for 8. This is the reason why I'm looking for those numbers, okay? So just so we understand that that's the reason why that shows up. Then we go into Alex. Alex, I definitely appreciate this because you're a life path 8. There's communication issue and there's also sacrifice for self and sacrifice for others. I would absolutely be taking the C or the L. Okay, there is a power inside of that. You may one day take the N or the W. There may be a time one day, or even now, as a life path 8, you're like, there's no way I'm going to be a life path 8 and not take a number that says exquisite level of business. I would just want to make sure that you are absolutely sure that when you jump into that thing, that it can be very difficult to run that vibe. It happens. People get into a spiritual car crash. That feeling can be very difficult to take on. That's why I say take the C or the L first. And then once you start making the 6 figures, that's when the bigger names pick up, guys. So in case you're like, well, how come they're there? It's for people who want to make 6 figures a month, who are trying to get to 6 figures a month from 5 figures a month. So in case you're not there yet, that could be a reason why if you got a really powerful name. Like Lillian Subpoena, that feeling was in there. But as a starter kit, that's like, no, you don't send someone with skis down the highest double black diamond if it's the first time they put skis on. You would absolutely want to make sure that they do that. Alicia Wilkins, now you have an option. I would. This is a powerful alignment because your name is already aligned. Like your actual name is there. Did I give you this letter by chance? I'm curious where you got the B from, but it's either B, K, or T. That vibration is going to be the motion that you should use for your business, for your page, for your personal page, and for like everything. I would absolutely take the B, the K, or the T. So Alicia T. Williams, Alicia K, Alicia B. Are you with me? Are you trying to unmute yourself?
No, all good.
Cool, sweet, awesome. So then we have Lucy White. Now this is a very similar vibration to what Bobby Parihar was doing. I took the F, I took the X, or the F or the X. This is what basically evened everything out for me. So in case you guys are like, well, shoot, I want to keep something different from my business to my personal page, this is where you could do that. If you have a choice of initials, you could take one to note which one's going to be your personal page, and you can take the other one to know which one's going to be your business page. But both of them are going to even her out to 876. There is another version of this. You could be taking a vibration that says like HQ or Z, but I would absolutely say that would be very difficult because of your numbers in your chart to run with them. I would absolutely stick with the F or the X. The O doesn't really do anything for me in this case, okay? How about Jody Nicole? Jody Nicole has a name here that may be pushing you a little bit too high. This thing may be pushing you a little bit too hard for your own comfort. If in case, since the name is not 999s, you have a life path here that says not like a little bit quieter for communication at some points. Maybe you can fight this out a little bit. Unless you're planning on getting super serious, I would absolutely go Jody Nicole with a GP or a Y to balance you back out. But don't forget, do not forget, Jody Nicole is the same thing as Balawant Francisco. It's a mastery vibration. So if you guys are downloading that app and some of you guys see this, you may notice that your first and your middle name actually already create a power within you. So if that's the case, then you may want to consider that like a back pocket Ferrari that you could hop into at any time. But just because you got a Ferrari doesn't mean you know how to step on the gas. I used to work in car sales, and we knew the people who had rich cars that just had money. They didn't know what the frick they were doing because you could smell the car, and it smelled horrible. I'm like, poor $250,000 car here getting ripped on by a guy who doesn't know how to use it. Same thing with your chart. It can be very powerful for business, but if you're not running it, it can just be very embarrassing. So what I would do is I would go either Jody Nicole, or we could start, because Jody G. Nicole, it's a bit of a shift, right? Like your name is Jody Davis. So if you're doing Jody Nicole and then putting an initial, it can be a bit tough. If you want, we'll line up Jody Davis right now. But I would say if you like Jody Nicole, you absolutely want to run it that way. That's the way to do it. Inside of Dream with Jody, the vibration's tough. I would say that you would definitely want to change it to like an actual name here. You have time after this. Yeah, absolutely, Nicole. We can do that. And then Janine says, you recommend adding a letter to our personal Facebook page too? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. Just a rule of thumb. That's who you are, and you're identifying with it. So something to keep them into consideration. We get to, I'm just going to quickly get this out so I don't lose my space. What we're going to do is we're going to now take Rebecca's name, and we're going to run with that. How about, so if Jody is still here, we could run a vibration for this of F or X. It would be, I would want to add 6. So it would be Dream Lifestyle with Jody. And then if you took an F or an X, then that would work really well. Okay, so then that goes into 426. So Dream Lifestyle with Jody X. Okay, then that would take you right here. And you could definitely run that. But I would absolutely, then that would even this thing out. And then you're still working. What I could suggest is that Jody G. Nicole is much, much, much more powerful. So just between us, lining up a name like that can be, it can be good, but I can definitely feel that we can do better. Okay. Alicia says, thank you very much for your time. I have to go. Appreciate you, Alicia. You'll get a recording in your report very soon. Okay. So what about Rebecca? So Rebecca Jane, I would say, because Rebecca Jane is your middle name, right? So what we would do is if you're going to keep it, then you put the BK or the T in there, or you take the D, the M, or the V to really amp things up. But you could definitely my top pick, again, 876. Start off with the B, the K, or the T. You could do Rebecca Jane T or Rebecca, you can even do like this, Rebecca Jane. Okay, so you could even run it that way. But putting that extra B, K, or T somewhere would be the absolute gift to this vibration. You're going to feel a lot better about all the hard work you're doing. In terms of pursuit to freedom, I would be putting the letter O. So in pursuit to O freedom, or freedom O, or our pursuit to O freedom, or something like that would even it out. It gets tough in a name like that, Rebecca, because that's a version of your business. So if you want, we can continue on for some overtime if that. How about just my name, Rebecca T. Jane? That's how I would do it, okay? I'm just trying to accommodate you guys because you guys have weird names for your business. Not weird names, but long names. Like, I didn't mean to say it that way. I don't like the G. Are there any other options for Jody? Absolutely, we can definitely take it. Jody would be Jody Y or Jody P, Nicole, okay? So that would absolutely be a shift you can choose instead of the G. Instead, in case you wanted to move something else. Thanks for the laughs. I appreciate you guys. How about Amy? So Amy's got an option here. I want to go Amy Lee Gale or Amy Lee Bodini. I'm just going to quickly just figure this one out because I'm sniffing something, and I just want to make sure that it's there because that name was pretty powerful. It doesn't work. So Amy Lee Bodini, if you wanted to keep that with you, it would be Amy Lee U Bodini. So you could be doing something like this, like L Lee U Bodini, like that. That would work. And then that would take you to an 876. You guys can see I love 876s. It's my own personal bias, and it aligns everybody for the three most powerful vibrations you could use: business, spirituality, and family-based connection. So it's like the easy go. 786, 876, done. You should take that one. The problem is that you've also got, what about, because you had Amy Bodini. So just to continue with it, if you went Amy Bodini, and you put a G, a P, or a Y, Amy P or G, like there you go, Gail. It was your old last name. So Amy G Bodini. This one takes you to 426. It's a workable vibe, but it may not be the top end. Like you're born as a leader. You got a leader name in you. You got a life path that says super duper business. A name like G Bodini takes you halfway. I would want to move that up so that you'd have something a lot more powerful for you. In which case I would say, like, because the O would work for a sunshine state of mind. Those are vibrations for your business. They're not vibrations for your name. So if we were to pick a name together that would move you up, what would it be? What would it be? Let me just try E and then D or EM or EV. So Amy, so you could take, let's say this one would put you back up to the 988 in case you're like, no, I'm doing it. I'm going up. I'm going to the top. Give me my spaceship, bro. I'm going to be doing like this. It'd be like Amy, what was it? E, right? Yeah. You'd have to pick the letter E, and then you'd have a choice of the letter D, M, or V. So ED, EM, or EV, or ME, but the E has to be there, or VE. So some people do that. That feeling is in there, but this is how you would get up to your vibration up top. Then would be a very strong vibe for would be E plus DM or V. So you'd have to actually create a combination of letters in there. How about just Amy Lee? I'm just going to just double check this. It still would want something. So your name isn't as easy to run because right now, as it's sat with 22, 22, 44, it's like saying 448, and that can be a little bit more hardworking. But this woman wants to do serious things in business. Okay, it's unfortunate that a sunshine state of mind doesn't actually like even you out. What I would suggest is to consider your options very, very carefully. I'll make it easy for you right now and just put the G in there for now, so that you at least have something you can ponder. Because we don't want to be stuck with that all day. That would be something I'd love to talk to you about inside of a session for sure, because that one, it's just too juicy. Amy Bodini right now, it's way too good. So you've got a lot of power, and it looks like it may not have been able to be used as fast as you'd like it to be. A sunshine state of mind, that's where you would take an O mind, or that's where you could take it, or the letter X. That would move it towards a fun. If you took a sunshine state of mind X, this would vibe you into a very quick starter for business. Okay, so this one would definitely get the wheels rolling right now, and then that one will absolutely have to get a change later on sometime when you're ready to make a change like that. State o' mind. Okay, if it's a sunshine state of mind, then you're running in towards now mastery. Okay, so that's what Michelle's saying. She's like, she's getting the vibe. And I don't know, for something about Michelle, I kind of want to listen to her. So that feeling would then take you up to 988. And this would be a very powerful combo, because look at this. You got Amy G. Bedini keeps you nice on the ground. Your light path puts you back up to business. And Sunshine State of O Mind takes you powerful through the power level of business. So something to consider. If you have questions, you can absolutely let me know. Regina, this is where I would move your vibration. I would be giving you the letter M, V, or D would be my pick, okay? Inside of the vibration you have for like the Facebook name, and then your actual name that you use for business, you already have the letter A as a previous name, so that might be the one that you want to go with. But I would also suggest that, actually, yeah, in this case, because none of the other options are that cool, I would absolutely recommend that you would be doing something like this, okay? So that one would absolutely have a good quick start to feel, and it would move quite fast. Whether it lasts forever or not, that's another story. This one, however, has the go the distance. So this one will absolutely let you move forward and forth in power. And we come down to Lucy. Guys, I did this in order of attendance, okay? So Lucy, I'm not sure how you plan on paying. If you want to pay me now, it'll be $111 US. If you want to pay me end of January, it'll be $156. Okay, so you just let me know. You message me privately and let me know. Or if someone's donating towards her, then absolutely that's a powerful feel. Let's balance this thing out. So the vibration for Lucy Carrero Menzies, this is going to be the vibe that we're going to come up with. To add a letter to this, we're going to put in here a letter, what was it? G, P, or Y takes you here. So you have a vibration now of fun, or the letter E, this is the one I would take. It's 876. E goes here, and this is the one I would use, Lucy E. Carrero Menzies, okay? We could also play with this and chop this up if you want to. Lucy, if you're still with us, I don't mind to come up with a better name if you want to just go Lucy Menzies with an initial. I know having 3 names and a letter is sometimes a little bit much for people. This one here would need a D, M, or a V, B, K, or T. Hold on. B, K, or T, D, M, or V. So the D, M, or V will take you here. And then the next one will take you D, E, F, O, or X would go 448, where we wouldn't use that. Okay, so yeah, your options would be earn what you're worth with Lucy D or Lucy M. There you go. Perfect. That's your name. So if you're like, I really like it, I want to have it, that's the one I want to use, earn what you were worth with Lucy M. Okay, that's how I would work it. But for your actual name, I would do like this: Lucy E. Carrero Menzies. If you want to keep your whole your last name with you, like your maiden name with you as well, that's the one I would choose there. And then if you're going to take the M, it'd be 426. So we would look like this. And we're going to go here. So now I don't want to scroll back up if you guys don't mind. We're going to go into a little bit of overtime here. I know that this is like way past our time together. Holy shit. Way past our time together. But I would love to answer any questions anyone has. We could limit them to like 1 or 2 each so that I'm not here all night. It is 2:20 in the morning where I'm at right now. So I appreciate you guys going easy on me. My son does not go easy on me. He's a month old, so I am with you guys here. So I'm basically here. Regina Harris says, would you recommend me changing my business name to Regina V? What was that? Yes. Yes. Please. Yes. Okay. That's the one you want. Okay. May I ask a question when you're finished? A quick question. Can I do on my business page Deb and Jews or the Rolling Stones? That's cool. Okay. How about, I'm not sure if the Rolling Stones are going to allow you that, just in case I think you have to use a name that's not being used. But if you can get the Rolling Stones, it won't work. The Rolling Stones without the Rolling Stones gives you an 898. Okay, so in case you're gonna go just Rolling Stones, no the. Okay, so then you get your 898 back. Okay, and then we have Nick. We wanted to create something new for you, right? We wanted to find out a new name for Nick and Aaron, or you wanted to find something that allowed you with Nick instead of just Nicole, or sorry, was that Nick Nathan? I'm not sure who it was that wanted to do that. Let me just see here. I think you said there somewhere, Bobby, the P just isn't grab me for personal. Would the N work better? Only if you have time. Where did we put that? Nicole P Driver. You could choose G or Y. Nicole Y Driver, Nicole G Driver. You don't have to take the P. That one would continue the move. But if you do want to define something smaller, like let's see here, Nick Nathan. Okay, yeah, so Nick Nathan wants to do that as well. So we'll do Nick's as well. But Nicole, if that satisfies you, then thumbs up, we're good. What we'll do is we're just going to take a look at Nick's for sure. And we're going to see here what happens with Nicole Nathan, okay? And Nicole Nathan is a 448. So your Nick W Nathan is going to work much better. Nick N Nathan will work much better. But if you do want Nicole Nathan, what would the vibration would be here? Okay, Nicole Lee Nathan doesn't work. Yeah, so how about Nick Lee Nathan? How about that? Let's see something there. Nope, doesn't work. Needs an initial. So Nick is not as easy. The vibration would work a little bit easier with Nick as opposed to Nicole. These numbers, Nicole N or Nicole W, will be a lot more powerful and a lot more potent than it will be with just the Nicole. Okay, so absolutely there. Praying your little Bubba sleeps. Me too. Me too. He's so cute, but he's just so loud in the night when I'm trying to sleep. And I have 3 other kids who are like, daddy, daddy, daddy. So this is my time to serve you guys. But I absolutely appreciate you guys so much for this. How about anyone else? Was there anybody else here? Thank you so much. Nick Nathan, that was me. I wanted to get more serious. Michelle. Okay, so let's go. Let's do Michelle. Michelle wants to get more serious with her name. So you're a fan of mastery, you say. You're a fan of mastery, say you. So let's do this. Let's go Michelle Coleman, okay? And we're going to do something. What was it again? Someone else had this. It was E and then either EX or EF, EO, or you could also do EH, EQ, or EZ. So EQ, EZ, or EH is going to stand for 988. Okay, so you have to have E plus, oops, let's do this. E plus HQ or Z. Or if you want one that's going to be a little bit more easier to handle, in my personal opinion, then we would be looking at a vibration that's like this. It would be E plus F or X. Okay, so you could do EF or EX, like Michelle F. EF Coleman, or FE Coleman, or XE Coleman. Those would be, I would say that this would be something of potency and power for you over the HQ or Z. Okay, so just so we understand that that's kind of where I'm sort of coming from there, I would probably, if you wanted to put 2 letters, Michelle EF or EX or XE. XE is the ticker for gold. So if you, in case, or like, I think it's something about gold is XE. I mean, there's a periodic table of elements. I don't know, but XE shows up somewhere for gold. Anyway, so we have that very powerful in there. maybe EX. Okay. Michelle X, you could also do it like this. It would look like this. Michelle X Coleman. Okay, you've got 2 L's in there. Or Michelle, that looks a little weird. How about Coleman, or here, like Coleman doesn't really work. No. So Michelle X Coleman is not enough. It needs a letter with it. So you have to put a letter E somewhere in there. Here you go. Coleman. Or Michelle. There you go. Michelle. Depending on how you want to run it. Okay, so you definitely can get a chance to listen to that however you want to feel it. Inside of a session, we could do something a bit more, but those would be the keys to get you into mastery. How about anybody else? Anybody else have any questions, or can I put this back? I'm gonna stop my share. It's been a long 2.5 hours. I sometimes feel like I can get this done in 90 minutes, but it's absolutely taken a lot longer than that. I appreciate you guys, all you guys' patience. Time for our one-on-one. Absolutely, Nick. And if you guys are going to book in, make sure you understand that a full hour, you get it with a half an hour sesh. I'm giving this time for you guys to say anything, last words, or anything else you need to inside of our time together. I appreciate you guys so much for allowing me into your lives. This isn't easy. I know that we get a lot deeper when we get into one-on-one, but to learn from each other and to understand that you guys are all heart-centered and super aligned now makes me feel very, very powerful to think that we actually did something absolutely so amazing that's going to change the whole map of where you guys are going. Everybody just got a SWAT team upgrade. I'd love to unmute anyone. If anybody wants to say anything or add anything or put anything down there, this is being recorded. The chat isn't being recorded. The video is. So if you guys want to say anything to each other, to me, to yourselves, to have it there before I close the recording off, I would love to do that for you guys now. Go feel free to step out there and say something. Otherwise, I'd love it for at least maybe Sarah to address you guys all before you guys go, before I make some more closing comments. Sarah, if you want, I'll just quickly pass it to you.
Amazing. Can I just say a huge thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't even know what time it is there. What is it? Is it something ridiculous?
2:30.
In the morning. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
We sleep during the day.
Yes, I know the feeling. I'm doing it too right now. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your incredible knowledge. And everyone on here, the biggest thing you can do is run with this. Vaughn and I had our first call with Bobby in January, and that's where we were like, holy shit, the year that we have had from what we got from Bobby at the beginning of the year, you know, like you guys all know, we've done over 450K. We have literally transformed our lives like you wouldn't believe. And Vaughn just said, he's like, we need to book our next call. We need to do it for January to start the year off again. So honestly, run with it. Do what he says. Use these letters. Change your names. Yeah, and it's just crazy. If you don't do anything with this, you're nuts. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. It just wouldn't make sense. So
why did you pay to be here? And yeah, that's right. The same thing with your business, guys. Why would you pay to be here month after month and not do anything with it? But Sarah, on that topic, January, we got to figure out a name for your little one. We got to make sure to bring that thing up.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
I'm going to jump on and book now. Do you want to maybe pop your link just in the chat just quickly again so anyone can click on it and save it?
Yeah.
For anyone that wants to book.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions, you guys can message me. It's just Bobby F. Perihar at .xyz. So in case you do want to book in with me, absolutely you can. I will send you reports through Messenger one by one in the order of this list. Okay, so basically Lillian's getting hers first, but everyone else is going to get them on that order. And if I make any mistakes or there are things that don't show up properly, I will absolutely correct them. So be sure to make sure that all this stuff is correct in there. And thank you guys so much for making my 2018, like this was the event of the year for me. And to think, actually, no, Freedom Team, speaking for you guys live, that was the event. But this was the conclusion, the climax, the climactic ending, the conclusion of it. I've got the next couple of days off. So if you guys are planning on doing this for your teams one day, please bring me back, and I would love to do that for sure. Nick says I can't unmute you real quick here. How about now?
I had one question.
Yep.
Would you recommend, so I feel like when Vaughn and I started our business, it was obviously, we were nervous about putting our names online and everything. And that's when we went with A Bliss Life with S&V, which you aligned perfectly. But I really feel strongly now about the names and having your names as a business page. And I feel like a lot of people followed suit from us, which is why people have chosen business names. And there's no offense to any of the weirdy names that are out there. But would you recommend from here on end, people recommending to people coming into the business to be using their name as a business page name?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's tough because I know what that feels like. And some of you guys have positions and careers and you can't let your boss know and all that stuff. So if you do need to come up with something weird at first, I get it. It's cool. But once you start making 5-6 figures a month, you're going to be like, let's just do it. Who gives a shit? Why not? Yeah. That feeling is there. So I understand that. And in terms of numerology, you got my thumbs up. So it will, I'll say 1 thumbs up. You got 1 thumbs up for me because numerology will say it'll work. It'll still bypass the triggers in someone's mind. But is it working towards your full balance? Probably not. You may want to adjust that.
Yeah. And even when you said like about starting a new business name, because Vaughn and I have already changed it once and I don't think you can change it again. And you just said start fresh. I literally am feeling that for 2019. Like I'm happy to just bypass everything that we've done so far and just really step into even more higher versions of ourselves for 2019. So that is epic, and yeah, fully willing to do that. So excited for our call.
Cool. Thanks, guys. This has been so awesome. How about Nick? Are you okay? Are you unmuted yet? Can't on my end. I already unmuted you, so in case I see it, yeah, I've got you unmuted, but it looks like it's not working. But if you want to type something into the chat, you can, Nick. Otherwise, guys, it's a computer, so you need a plug-in microphone somewhere in there. It may just be no mic, no camera. I'm not sure how it works. But guys, it's been an absolute honor and a blessing and a pleasure. Thank you so much once again. I appreciate you guys so much. Give me the next couple of minutes. I will be working on your reports right now. And afterwards, we're going to call it a year. And let's make 2019 the most powerful thing. If you need help, you need a session, if you need a report, if you need some insight, if you need someone to talk to, if you need a pod, if you need some advice, I'm here. I'm a coach. I value my time very expensively because I get results and I absolutely know what I'm doing. So I thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Lucy Menzies. Let's just try it one more time. So let's just talk about Lucy Menzies here before I go. And we'll see here what this looks like. Lucy Menzies, I would take a G, P, or Y to that. Okay, Lucy G, Lucy P, or Lucy Y Menzies, in case you do plan on using that. Otherwise, one of the ones we chose, Lucy E. Carrero Menzies, or yeah, that's basically where I would go with that. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly, because I love doing this, I'm just going to take a quick picture myself. If you guys don't mind, do me a favor. If you guys want to talk about what this happened on social media, this would be so powerful for my marketing. If you guys would be so kind to maybe screenshot it, message it, tell people, oh my God, what the hell? This was crazy. You got to get in with Bobby. If you found value, if you didn't, I get it. Don't do it. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. But if you don't mind, share the love and share the experience with other people. This is how I earn my living. Okay. So, until my magic business properly takes off the ground. But I appreciate you guys so much. And I hope to see all of you guys book in with me one-on-one. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Okay, I'm going to end the meeting now because it's 2:30 and I got to get going. All right, guys, I'll talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye. Take care. Bye.